Jetpack, are you ready to play Tetris 99? I can't hear you. Are you ready to play Tetris 99? I'm Jeff from inthirdperson.com. Personal look at video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits, aka the hottest cats on Twitch. Shoutouts to Weird August in the chat. Shoutouts to Player2 Start in the chat. Shoutouts to Cat Jam by my side. A couple other shoutouts as well. Shoutouts to Macy and H. Thank you so much for the follow. Shoutouts to the Bezos Tax. Thank you so much for the sub. And shoutouts to, I don't know how to read this, YYYY1200WWWW. Thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, let's go. Haters wanna say it's fake, wanna say I ain't great. Analyzing my tapes, thinking my button presses are late. Give me a break. They keep throwing shade in the comments, but everything said is nonsense. I stack with the best. I'll let my skills say the rest. Yeah.
I stack with the best, and I'll let my skills say the rest.
All right, so just in case, this is your Manu. What's up? Also, okay, the music took a little bit to kick back in there, but we're good, right? It's just, yeah, very light intro. Manu, I hope you're doing well. Dude, congrats on the billboard. I saw that tweet and I was like, that's sick. Max respect. As someone who works in advertising, and my wife works in media, so like, for a long time, her job was like actually booking billboard. It was involved with like placing ads in spots. And when we saw the billboard, we were like, that's awesome. All right, and Manu, I'm doing well. I didn't stream on Wednesday because I was still sick from, well, I was recovering from the second shot, which did a number on me, but I'm feeling pretty good now. The only thing is my arm is still a little sore. We're like a week out now. It's definitely a tougher. It was tougher for me the second time around, but I'm glad to have the second vaccine to protect myself, protect my family, protect my friends, to protect the world from this global disaster. So mid-July I should be get all my superpowers and I should be able to hug my mom again, and that should be pretty great. Glad you're feeling better. You got your second one next. Oh, you got your wait, you already got it, or you're getting it next Saturday? All right, while we sort that out, we're gonna be playing Tetris together again. Countdown is gonna be in the chat, so on go it's gonna count down from 20 to go, and on go press A at the same time as me, and will be to give us our best shot at playing classic Tetris 99 together. Yeah, that was quite the revelation. Like, I haven't been, thank goodness that I have managed to stay healthy throughout this whole situation, because I am someone that is very prone to getting sick, and when I get sick I'm like out of it for a while. And I think the combination of largely staying at home and social distancing and wearing a mask have helped tremendously. I've been great health-wise for the last year, and getting that second shot was the first time I've been under any sort of weather. Like, I don't even recall getting a cold in the last year. Definitely didn't have the flu at all. So yeah, getting knocked out the way that I did on that second shot was a little rough, but I knew it was for the greater good, for myself and for those around me, that I do the thing. So ultimately wasn't that big of a deal for me to do the thing. And I did celebrate by buying some Pokemon cards after, and we have a whole segment on that later, because I think we can chill for a little bit I think we can chill for a little bit, partially because I've kind of bought everything. I only had to buy all of Pokemon to be like, you know what, we're good. But on the other hand, we got something. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to top the thing that we got. So I think, like, yeah, I may get a booster pack here or there, but the mass buying of stuff, I think, can chill out for a little bit. Like a little bit until the next major set comes out in August. So a little, like a month and a half of reprieve. Manu says, you feel like you're not going to stop wearing face masks while things get back to normal. I hear you on that. I feel the same way. And because, hey, the benefits of wearing the mask have become very clear. Like, even if you're not trying to protect, even against stuff other than the Rona. I haven't gotten the cold. I haven't gotten the flu. Rona's still gonna be out there, and yes, its effects will be greatly reduced even if you do get it when you've got the vaccine. You know, it's still gonna be out there. You still protect yourself. There's still others who haven't gotten the vaccine yet that will unfortunately still get it and still spread it around. And I think that it's gonna take some time for me before I'm comfortable just not wearing a mask. Like, I think like, if I'm out on a date with Steph on a Friday night and we're going somewhere nice and, you know, it's just the weekend, going to a restaurant or something, I may be more inclined to not wear a mask. You know, hey, we're just out, or I'm going to visit family, right? But if it's something like I'm going to a concert, I'm going to a convention, I'm going to work taking the train to the downtown core, I will probably continue to wear a mask in those situations for the foreseeable future, because, you know, I've now gotten into the habit of wearing it. I'm comfortable with it. Culturally, I think people are comfortable with the idea of other people wearing masks. You're not... People understand why you're doing it and are like, okay, cool. So, yeah, why not? If I'm not concerned so much, like, while I'm riding the train about how I look, I'll certainly take the extra effort to protect myself, especially when the public transit is gross. I mean, anywhere you go. Ooh, here. All right. Weird August, you like wearing a mask, but they are too big for you and you look like a duck. Maybe, I mean, I'm sure there are more appropriate... I understand the concern there. I feel like most of the masks are for, you know, adult sizes, and you may be in a weird middle spot, but, you know, if you can find a mask that does fit your face, then it's great. If you're willing to try some different options. I think I have a collection of about like a dozen masks. I think I definitely have favorites of, you know, combination. They feel good, they fit well, comfort. I think my personal favorites, if I had to choose just one, it would be the disposable, like, medical grade masks. I like those a lot, but because of the disposable nature of them, you can't really reuse them. That gets costly over time, so we had a stash of those. We don't use them as much, and we actually just ran out as part of no! Darn it. Is anybody here? We can chat. We'll let this run. If you're here, let me know. I'll see if we can shout anybody out that I recognize. If not, that's fine. One thing I meant to do for a long time was a mask show and tell to get. This is something I thought about like super early on, of like getting people to wear masks and accept them, and here's a couple designs. I mean, my masks aren't that great. Most of them are, I mean, just standard prints, but I do have a couple Toronto Raptor ones, because of course I do. But yeah, no, masks are cool. And I will continue to wear one in certain public situations for the foreseeable future. You know, Fan Expo here in Canada is scheduled for October. And with the way that vaccination rates are going and stuff, I'm pretty confident that the show will continue to go. Steph and I already had tickets because we bought them at a discounted price last year when they rescheduled. And so we'll probably go. I saw William Shatner is going to be there, and that's going to be great. Man, okay. Here's the thing. Once we go back into the real world, if you go to a convention and William Shatner is there, I don't care if you've never watched Star Trek, go watch William Shatner's panel at whatever convention you're at. It was the first time we went to a convention like 11 years ago. The feature panel at the very end of the show was William Shatner, and we went. And dude, he's hilarious. And look, I've never watched Star Trek. I never watched his Star Trek, but it's just like crazy old man rambling about his times in the industry, just has a very unique perspective on the world. He's hilarious. It was one of the, probably still to me, the most memorable convention panel I've ever been to. And he's going to be back here celebrating his 90th birthday. 90. What a legend. And so yeah, Steph and I will most likely, we'll make some time to get out and see his panel at Fan Expo this year. That's mad. I can't even remember all the stuff, but he's so funny. And just has like such a crazy perspective on the world. It's probably my favorite thing to do at conventions is go to the panels, and just, I love watching people who are super passionate and about some, like a subject, and just hearing them talk about it and the nuances and the ins and the outs. Like I've seen panels about stuff that I don't care about. Like I've been to, one of my favorite panels was one of like a Lego master. Like that's an actual job. They are the people who build like the giant Lego structures around the world. They plan them and then they build them. And there are 10 people in the world who have that job title, at least at the time when I was watching the panel. And watching this guy go through the process, explain like how these are planned, how they're made, how long it takes, how much these cost. It's really cool. I think, yeah, I've sat in on a robotics panel of people who specialize in just building R2-D2 robots. And that, man, I still trip up thinking about that moment, because this is the first time I ever asked the question at a convention, right? Here's a whole panel of people who build just R2-D2 robots. And I had the question of like, hey, have you built any other robots or consider building any other robots? And the question, like the answer that I got back made it clear to me that like they completely missed what I was trying to say, because they are so deep in the R2-D2 robot making grind that making anything else was just something they hadn't even thought about. That was absolutely wild to me. Like, no, I build R2-D2 robots and that's it. And congratulations, Laura. GG's. So yeah, I think my favorite thing to do at a panel is to go and see or at a convention is to see the panels and have people who are super passionate and super good at the stuff they do just talk about their process, talk about their craft. You get good at one thing and that's your niche. Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's get this timer going and talk about that. For everybody in the chat, how comfortable are you with, I understand that vaccination rates are different in different parts of the world, and I am in a position of privilege where, you know, my country has really good access to vaccines, and the adoption rate's pretty high, like over We're at like over 75% of Canadians have at least the first shot, and the round of second shots is happening right now, and a lot of people are getting those second shots. So we should be approaching something a lot closer to normal in the near future. But, you know, once, let's say by fall of this year, are you gonna be comfortable? I guess, okay, this is how I should frame this question, because the timing for reopening is going to be different depending on where you are in the world. Once large-scale events open again, such as concerts and sporting events, are you ready to go back to those as soon as we are legally allowed to? Wales is rolling on vaccines so quick right now. Over 50% over 18s have got the second vaccine now or something. Dude, that's awesome. That's shout outs to Wales. Ooh, also I need to pay attention because we almost got kicked out here. And yeah, I'm somewhat comfortable with Fan Expo. I know that it's they've reduced the, like, normally it's 100,000 people that show up to the event. They're limiting it to only 25,000. I will definitely be wearing a mask, and that's probably the one. Like, I'm in no rush to go to a concert per se. The theater's gonna be the big one, where, like, there are health concerns there, but I know Steph really badly wants to go back to the movies. And, you know, if we're in a position where, you know, it's safe, then, you know, we'll probably go soon. You're sure a lot of people who download... Hold on. We're already legally allowed, but you're not ready. I've only really hung out with 2 people max. Ah. And you download went ahead a few weeks ago with 10,000 people. Okay, that's an event, but I'm sure a lot of people who went lied about the COVID results. Oof. Yeah, I downloads a festival. I do look forward, like, the big thing is one of the, you know, I've been fortunate that in modern times I've been able to connect with a lot of people online, right? So, you know, hanging out with you guys every week has been fantastic. And, you know, there are certain online friends that I talk to more because this is online is where I do all my interactions at this point, whether it's on Twitch or through DMs or on Twitter. And the relationships that have been hurt the most are the ones that are derived primarily through IRL contact. And one of those big ones is my friend group. You know, most of us met in high school, and the only time we really talk to each other online is to set up the next IRL gathering. But with no IRL gatherings, we just haven't spoken to each other. So, you know, this presumably at some point this summer, we will probably try and get some people together again. And, you know, maybe it's a small group, maybe it's a bigger group. I don't know. It may still be an outside thing. We'll see. Something to think about. And yeah, I definitely not ready to go to a festival. Well, at least not like July, start of July. I feel like at the beginning of October, or like by the time Fan Expo rolls around, the situation will be such that, you know, it's clear whether or not I'll be okay at this type of event. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Oh, RNG kind of blessed us on that. Maybe not so much on the other stuff. Okay, here we go. Nip a little bit from the top. Okay. I mean, this is still looking really bad. Oh, here we go. You've got a festival booked for July 2022, but you bought your tickets in February 2020. I hear you on that. We bought... There was tickets for a concert that Steph and I bought tickets for that was supposed to happen summer of last year that I can't remember if it was rescheduled yet, but yeah, it's a 2022 thing now. And yeah, it's crazy to think how long that stuff got delayed and pushed back. And it feels like the world is very much pushing to go back to what the world was before. This one going off on a little bit of a different tangent here. I think particularly when it comes to work, I feel like there's a big push to get people back into the office, and that's a weird thing in a certain sense to me, especially in industries where a number of industries have had to work from home, and I think that a number of industries that have actually proven that their business can work in a remote model. You know, for example, I work in user experience design, and my job was not impacted at all by the pandemic. If anything, the benefits for me were I didn't have to pay thousands of dollars a year to ride the train and another thousands of dollars to buy lunch. Uh-oh. And I was able to buy the streaming computer, so because of all the money that I was saving from not going to work. Like, not going to work, but yeah, not commuting to work. And the quality of my work is the same. I was able to meet all the people I needed to meet via Zoom. I mean, my most recent project, like the client I work with was okay. I can't say that. I can't. No. Let's just say my work wouldn't have made a well, it wouldn't have mattered if I was in the office or not for what I was supposed to do. But I feel like there will be a push for people like me to go back in the office because that's the way it always was. Rather than, hey, these are the benefits that could be going forward. And that does concern me. In scenarios where, we've proven that as a society we can make these jobs work without having to be in the office, I think that the option to not be in the office should still be offered. I know there are people that are dying to go back to the office because they have a hard time working at home. The kids are a distraction and so on, but I feel like remote working should be more accepted among businesses that can offer it, or industries that no, that was a really weird tuck. Here we go. Okay. I know this is looking real bad, but oh, here we go. Cue the comeback. Hey, there we go. Top 10. Let's go. Here, if we can just pass this. Uh-oh. No! Thank you, Manu. We went out like Tony Montana on that one. We played as hard as we could. We got pushed out at the end. It is what it is. You're working to work from home, but come to more normalized. Surely it's cheaper for companies to not rent out spaces too. Yeah, and you lose so much time in your day commuting. I would lose about 3 hours every day for the commute from, I had to, what sucks is that I live close by, like, I can't drive to the closest train station because the parking lot fills up about 45 minutes before it's time for me to go to work. Like, I just can't. So I have to drive a considerable distance to the next closest station, and that takes some time, and then I'm on the train for about an hour, and then, you know, my commute ends up being about three hours every day, and a lot of that is me just sitting on a train. You know, it was great for catching up on Nintendo Switch games or napping, but, you know, I could have spent that time sleeping, you know, eating breakfast, you know, getting home quicker and carrying on with my life. More sleep, more free time, work equals more productivity at work. Yeah, absolutely. So I do hope going forward that there are industries that are more accepting of work from home options. Actually, after this game, you guys want to open a package? I haven't opened this yet. Tien? It's not Tien, like Dragon Ball Tien, but GG's. Okay, I'm not seeing any names I recognize here, but if you are here, let me know. Okay, let's back out and let's have a chat. We got something fun in the mail. So, what's in the package? Anyone want to take a wild guess at what is in this package? And for context of like scale, how big this is. Here is a PlayStation 5 game case. And here is the package. So it's not quite big enough to fit a PlayStation game in here. Anyone want to take a guess? Yeah, it's pretty thin. I'll give it a second before cracking open the thing. Bump, bump, bump. In the meantime, though, Randy says a library card. I don't actually remember the last time. I think Mom probably has my library card. I haven't used the library card since, I mean, do you count college? I mean, like going to the city public library is, I have been, like we checked it out, but Steph and I haven't like done anything at the public library in, you know, forever. All right. So yeah, we got a package in the mail. Let's open this up and see what's inside. I personally, okay, here we go. Ooh, here we go. This should give you guys a big hint. Congrats, you've unlocked your hero medal. This was supposed to come to me months ago, but there was a mix-up in some stuff, and I'm only getting this now. But again, this is the medal for Extra Life 2020. We've got the two medals here. We've got a silver. We've got a silver from the first year we did it, and a gold from the second year. And we just got our third one right here, fresh, dead stock, fresh out the bag. We got the 2020 gold medal right here. It's about time, but you know what? It's a good one. Again, this is for commemorating all of the efforts that we put in to help raising money for the Children's Miracle Network of Hospitals. We raised $2,800 last year. Thank you again for all your support. This one's for you. And we're gonna put this up on the collection here. Medal number 3. And I hope we keep stacking these up. There we go. And MacGyverisms, welcome back. I hope you're doing well. And again, it's our third year. Well, we've done it for 3 years. We've gotten medals every year. We've raised over, I think it's about $5,000 US for the Children's Miracle Network of hospitals so far, helping to take care of tens of thousands of kids in the system. And that's incredible that, you know, we as a community are able to help out in that way. So we're going to be doing that again this year in 2021. Admittedly, I'm behind on my planning for that. I know that the one thing I know, and it's funny, a couple of days ago, Chris and Rachel from Double Jump were basically like, we want to do this segment with you on the show. And I said, cool. So that we have one segment planned for Extra Life this year. But I look forward to that again. It may be a little too early to say. Looking to have more people at the house, kind of like we did with the older format. Not sure exactly which people yet, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Have some people at the house, have some people play remotely as well. And I'm looking forward to, again, making a positive contribution to the lives of kids who need it. All right, let's go and get some more Tetris going. Countdown in the chat. Again, I think of all the things that I've done and been a part of in this streaming space so far, the thing that I am most proud of is all of our efforts for Extra Life and being able to use this platform to contribute to something that's much bigger than me has been, I'm looking at the wrong camera now. It's incredible. Just the ability that we have to, as a community, to help out for the greater good has been awesome. But yeah, I have to do some planning on that, figure out the logistics of what games are we playing, who's coming by the house, what sort of giveaways and promos we're going to do to help raise funds. There'll probably be some sort of art piece, but I had some ideas on that front too, to mix things up. I'm not sure exactly what yet, but I will let you know as soon as we start rolling on that. And we'll probably start, because yeah, I usually flip between 1 to 2 months in advance of starting our fundraising. I think one of the things that I like to do is on the Sunday streams I personally donate like $5 for every win in Tetris, for example. Something like that will probably happen leading up to the big day. But I know I'm going to be playing other stuff besides Tetris as well, so I'll have to figure out some other methods of fundraising. Hey, we got a KO. And that's good. And I would throw this out there. If you have any sort of interest in participating in whether it's Extra Life or some other charity initiative, like, by all means go for it. You don't have to be a big streamer with a large community. You don't have to stream at all, even for Extra Life, where I know a lot of people focus on the streamers do their marathons and stuff, but you can host a community event. You can just ask your family and friends to donate. Tell grandma you're raising money for your local children's hospital, which you are, and she'll probably donate, and that helps. And even if you raise just $1 out of your own pocket towards any of these causes, then you are making a positive difference in the world. And yeah, I wouldn't try to worry too much about like, oh man, but what if we don't raise enough money to get them? The medals are cool, but again, it's whatever you raise is going to be great. Even in a world where you raise $0, you're still spreading awareness of the cause, and you may inspire someone to donate either to your page, someone else's page. So even just talking about it is good. Uh-oh. All right. There we go. Got some combos going. It's crazy. It's still wild to me that in these times that I think gaming has become such a big part of fundraising initiatives. You know, just within Toronto, for example, the Toronto branch of Extra Life has raised millions of dollars for Sick Kids Hospital here. You know, and it's all through gamers like you and me. And they have people at the hospital whose entire job is just interfacing with, you know, organizations like Extra Life that, you know, just help with the outreach and provide support because they know that that we are important, that we as gamers are important, and the contributions we make to, you know, helping them continue to provide care for sick kids is, you know, important. And that's pretty sweet. There we go. Not quite the all clear. We're getting slammed though. Look at all the junk blocks on the right. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. It's way too early for this. It's way too early. Oh, wait. We're already top 28? Okay. So maybe it's not too early to get beast out at this point, but I don't want to go yet. I'm not ready to go home. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. In the US, RIP Toys R Us. If you're in Canada, yo, Toys R Us is still pretty cool. Toys R Us, great spot for Pokemon cards. Just saying. Okay. This is a dangerous move, and that might not be worth it for me in the long run. Okay. That's gonna be blocking that. I know. No. No! Okay. GG's. GG's. What have you guys been playing lately? It's been a little bit. Again, I missed Wednesday's stream because I was sick. And we will most likely be playing Mario Golf on Wednesday. I still have to figure out, is that a stream with just me? Is that a stream with other people? Are we playing motion controls? Are we doing button controls? I kind of want to do motion controls, but I have to figure out the logistics of that. And not to say that motion controls are my favorite way to play. Left to my own devices, I will almost always choose regular controls, but Steph and I have been playing motion controls, and it's been a lot of fun. I think the thing I would do for a motion control Switch stream is I would take this camera over here. I know you can't see it. This camera over here, because it's my phone, I would mount it vertically and then bring that feed here, and I'd crop it so that as I'm golfing, you can see the upper half of my body and me swinging. I would then have to figure out where to put the mic and figure out how I'm not hitting anything and hitting the monitor. But it is something I want to look into. Manu says, struggling to find new spooky games lately. You started Metro Exodus on Wednesday. It's kind of janky. Finished GTA 5 on Friday too, which you really enjoyed revisiting. Okay, some interesting picks there. I've only played the first Metro game, and I played it for a couple of hours, and I mean, I know we're talking about different Metro games here, but it was off-putting to me how janky that first Metro game was. And I could see how, if you are invested in the types of gameplay systems and stuff that it's doing, how you can get really into it. But I just thought it was weird. And, you know, maybe not the most polished game. And I kind of bounced off it pretty quick. GTA 5 story's fantastic. I played GTA 6 or GTA. I didn't play GTA. Whoa. Rockstar, don't. No. I had not played GTA 6. I played GTA 5 online for like an hour, and I know I played it during the initial launch and there wasn't a lot to do. I didn't really get into it though, and now that is the game that everyone plays. Randy says, you finished Monster Hunter Stories 2 demo and you liked it more than you were expecting to. Okay, cool. I still have to figure out, Monster Hunter at some point. There's so much stuff I need to play, so much stuff I need to stream. I still want to stream, what's that game called? It Takes Two? I'm thinking July is gonna be the month for that, but we'll see. Like, at the very least, they're gonna do at least one Mario Golf stream, and it could be as early as after that. We'll roll into It Takes Two. But then it's like, oh, I still want to stream more Guilty Gear. I still want to stream more Pokemon TCG. Because, yeah, we've gotten some more people to play it. I played against MacGyverisms the other day. Holy cow, those matches were nuts. Also, GG's to the person here. MacGyverisms kicked my butt in the first 2 matches, and then in the final match, I, like, eked by. Dragon Knight is very powerful, but it eats through energy so fast, and I was cycling through my deck so quickly, I had 1 card left in my deck when I landed the final hit. And if I wasn't able to do that, I would have lost. GG's. So yeah, I definitely want to do some more TGC streams. With, you know, we'll get Meg back here. Maybe we'll get Jared at some point if he's in. Jared, if you're interested. Calface, if you're interested. Get some games going. Manu says I'm guessing this is regarding Metro. Too many mechanics and none of it is explained well. Yeah, that's kind of how I felt as well. And Rockstar Insider confirmed. I'm still waiting for travel restrictions to ease up so you can go to America to see your girlfriend, and we'll definitely play It Takes Two on stream. Oh, also shout outs to the girlfriend. Shout outs to long distance relationships. You know, kudos to you for being able for keeping it going despite, you know, being as far as you are. If I may, I mean, I don't need to know an exact state. America's probably close enough, but how'd you two meet, and how was the long distance thing working out for you? I mean, I would assume that, hey, it's working well enough if you're still together. I need to have like some sort of like love thing. I have a love emote. It's one of my tier 2 things, and I need to work it into the stream somehow. Where is that? This one. So maybe like the bomb thing, I have a button with the, oh, love. She's in Michigan. Shout outs to Michigan. Shout outs to the Detroit Pistons. Shout outs to 8 Mile. I have been to Michigan. I went for the NCAA basketball tournament one year, and we were there for a day. They play in the first round of the 64 team tournament. When you buy a ticket for a game, you're actually buying a ticket for 4 games that they play in the same day. They do 2 games back to back, then there's like a 3-hour break, and then they do the next 2 games. It was exhausting, but it was the most incredible sports experience I've ever been a part of. And yeah, shout outs to oh my goodness. Okay, we can play. I'm not going to clip this for a separate thing, so let's go and start the countdown again. Michigan is also where I had my one and only experience with White Castle. And to this date, I still hold it as the most disgusting fast food I've ever had in my life. Like bottom tier. This would not pass food standards in Canada, which is why this isn't here. Oh. She brings it up every time she drives by. Ugh. You're back, you're gone? Oh, no worries, Weird August. Welcome back, my dude. She met Brockhampton at White Castle. That's awesome. I mean, meeting Brockhampton's great. Those are cool stories, though, of like, hey, we saw this celeb or met these people in this spot. But yeah, White Castle would not recommend. I think their food is incredibly gross. I mean, maybe you saw. I mean, this is definitely if you, in the States, I know they're just around, but if you watch the movie Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle, and you're like, man, I want to go to White Castle, because you saw the movie, don't. The entire point of the movie is the running joke of the movie is that White Castle food is disgusting, and yet, yes, it is. The whole reason why the plot is so outlandish is because the food is that bad. Why would anyone go to that much effort to go for the worst fast food out there? I don't know, man. Well, okay, I know exactly why they specifically did, but there's a whole movie about... Dude! Are you... Manu! I mean, I'm... Okay, calm down. I'm not judging. I'm not judging. This is an older movie. Starring, oh man, Cal Penn and... Oh, I said John Cho? Yeah. Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. Go... That... It has Neil Patrick Harris in it too. It's a... John, it's a stoner movie, a modern stoner classic. Yes, go watch it. Funny movie, and it did inspire us to go to White Castle and try their disgusting food. Yeah, that's why you never watched the Harold and Kumar. But yeah, funny movies. All right. I mean, I don't know how well it's held up at this point, but I think you and your understanding of White Castle food will probably push it in a more favorable spot. And yeah, Michigan. That's cool. Long distance. Oof. I mean, no, long distance is tough, but it certainly can work. I mean, awesome people have proven that it can work time and time again. I mean, the success rate might not be where it needs to be, but the success rate of relationships as a whole doesn't matter. It's just about you and that person, and hey, can you continue to keep it going under those circumstances? Yes or no? And I think it's easy for me to say now. Well, okay, hold on. You know, if it's the right person and I remember reading an article about like long distance relationships and some stats around that. And there was a stat of like when you hit a certain period of time being long distance, the success rate actually goes up. Where like there's this threshold of like if the relationship is going to fail, it's going to be at this point. And if you get past that point, then you are much more likely to succeed, probably because you are so, you know, invested in that person, invested in that relationship that, you know, you're in it that far, you're not moving for anything, right? Talking about food, what is the food that people like eating and you hate eating? Oh my goodness, that's so much. I am a very picky eater, Weird August. So, you know, I'm allergic to a bunch of seafood, but there's also a bunch of seafood that I'm not allergic to that I'm just not gonna eat because it doesn't. I don't like the idea of eating those things. I don't like pickles. That was actually, oh my goodness. Yesterday, Steph and I had some McDonald's. I ordered a Big Mac and I forgot to take the pickles out. And I bit into the burger and immediately just spit out the food because they not only were there pickles, but they had like, usually it's 2 pickles, right? It's McDonald's, it's cheap food. They're going to throw like 2 pickles max in there. There was 6 pickles in this and they were all weighted to the side that I had just bit. Didn't like it at all. Oh. Snails. Apparently, people eat snails. And yes, escargot. That is one that a lot of people are uncomfortable with, but a lot of people also enjoy it. It is a delicacy in some parts of the world. When we went to Paris, Steph had escargot a couple of times. Well, everybody in our group had escargot except for me. I couldn't get over the idea of eating snails. That was to the pickles. Yeah, pickles aren't for me. Again, I know that there are pickle lovers who are part of this community, and I don't... Y'all know my stance. This is not a personal attack. I just don't like the pickles. So yeah, I think odds are if you name a food, I probably don't like it versus food that I do. You're talking potato chips though? I'll eat almost anything. Even like dill pickle chips, like I'll tolerate it. I'll tolerate a good dill pickle chip, but it's definitely not gonna be one I go out of my way for. I will take the dill pickle chips over like the jalapeno chips. I don't like those ones. You're shunning the picklers. All right, well that's your choice, Vedu. This is a pickle fan safe space, even though I don't like pickles. Uh-oh. I didn't mean to block that hole. Oh, no. But I think, as generally speaking, you should be as open to different types of foods as you can, because you don't know what you're missing. And, you know, for example, Steph introduced me to Thai food many years ago, and you know, we used to work in the same building. And we would go for lunch together. She's like, I want Thai food. And I was like, I've never had Thai food in my life. And I was like, I don't know. I'm still not the biggest fan of pad Thai. It feels a little too ketchup-y for me. But pad siu, that's the jam. That's my jam right there. I think it's delicious. Ramen, I was very slow on. I only started eating ramen in the last few years. And ramen is so good. Oh my goodness. I can't believe that is probably my biggest food regret, is that I only started eating ramen recently. But yeah, I just happen to have like big hang-ups on food of like, if this doesn't look a certain way, or the texture in the food is weird, or like I just nope out. I mean, there are common fruits that like I just don't eat. I'm not eating strawberries. I'm not eating peaches. Top 5. Okay. I don't eat most vegetables. There are some vegetables I will eat religiously, but a lot of them I don't. I eat even fewer fruits. It's weird though, right? And where my tastes lie, because you say like, here's a strawberry, and I'm like, nah fam. And then meanwhile, also here's a plate of alligator, and I was like, all right, cool. It tastes like chicken. Actually, alligator does taste like chicken if you ever have a chance to do it. Also, there we go. Top 3. Yeah, I've had alligator, I've had kangaroo. But strawberries, nah. I will have a strawberry smoothie though. You blend it up, you throw some ice in there, maybe throw in a little bit of banana. Delicious. So yeah, the context in which you serve the food is very important to me as well. I will totally have fresh strawberries in a smoothie. Okay, I know we created a gap there. No, stop it. I don't think this person's going down easy. They're definitely not going down easy. Oh. Top 2. Although this hurt's gonna hurt real bad. Okay. Oh no, there's so much junk coming. No! Hey Laura, GG's. That's the second time we've seen that name. Which, broke. Oh no. Oh no. Hold on, Jared. Let me give you your points back. The next one should work. The first one always breaks and I forgot to test. Yeah, there we go. There, yeah, to my point. Strawberry ice cream is terrible. Oh no, and I hit the button. Okay. So, this is the second time Laura's been at the top. You're probably here. I think you're here. GG's. GG's. We're gonna try and take you down, but GG's. I don't actually know if they're here, but usually when we do these streams and you see the same name at the top multiple times, let's do one more. Oh, we dropped a little bit of dropped some frames here from a encoding. The stream looks cool. I'm guessing it's fine. Run the countdown one more time and then I've got another segment. Do you guys want to talk about Pokemon stuff or board game stuff? And when I say Pokemon stuff, I mean Pokemon trading card game. And for those just tuning in, I'm Jeff from inthirdperson.com. Personal look at video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. Playing some Tetris 99 on the Nintendo Switch. And we'll talk about some board games in a sec. Steph and I went to our local board game store and we got a stash. And I might have bought more Pokemon stuff, but we'll talk about the Pokemon stuff later. You can see one of the Pokemon things actually right here. This giant Pikachu card. You can't actually use it in the game, but it looks really cool. I do have a playable version as well. We'll get to that in a bit. Yeah, we got some awesome board games that I look forward to playing. One of these I've been hoping to try out for years now, and it's been in and out of stock because it's a very popular board game right now. Excuse me. You know, we'll try it soon. Woo. I want to do more board game stuff on stream. I think I am of a few minds of board game stuff on stream. I think that it's a lot of fun to host them and have the different people on and have the cameras set up for physical parts. But it's also it's a logistical nightmare having to move around all the cameras, and I think especially this camera right here, because one of the secrets of this camera is the way that this frame works. There's multiple layers of camera sources, one that's green screen, one that's not green screen, and it has to line up exactly with where the chroma key is for it to work. So if this camera gets moved at all, it becomes a huge pain to set it back up. So if I'm moving the stuff around, it becomes a pain to set it back up. And then also just on Twitch, and I should be thinking about YouTube more than that. Like on Twitch, there's just not a lot of an audience for board game stuff. So is it worth all the trouble if no one's gonna watch? I don't know. But I also don't think, like, there's Board Game Arena, and Board Game Arena is fantastic, and I play it every day. I've had ongoing matches in Yahtzee, and, you know, Steph and I have an ongoing match of Splendor going. But then it doesn't have the same, like, eye candy appeal of, you know, having the physical game on stream. So, you know, TBD. One of the games I do want to play on stream at some point is Pandemic. Because that was a stream I was planning on doing even before the pandemic happened, and I think we're at a point we can probably stream that game. But yeah, it hits different. It's not as cool streaming Board Game Arena than it is like actually streaming the board game. So we'll see. They are fun though, like figuring out the logistics of how do I stream this thing. And it's fun, and I think the streams look great. Weird August, what's your favorite board game? Yeah, what was the last board game Steph and I played? I mean, we have an ongoing game of Splendor, and Splendor's fantastic. I know it's Steph's all-time favorite game, and it's one that I like a lot. Steph wins 95% of the time when we play, but I think I won one of the recently I did beat her in it. Was it? Oh, what were we playing? Oh, it was the Back to the Future game. Oh, I haven't talked about that one on stream yet. All right, I'll have to do a future segment on that Back to the Future game, but the Back to the Future game is great. It's basically an interactive version of the first Back to the Future movie, and it's a lot of fun. I think that, ooh, this is gonna be, I don't know if this is a hot take, and it's also, I mean, this is going to be such a niche reference because I know that the Stardew Valley board game was sold in limited quantities, and I don't know if they're readily available or not. I think the Back to the Future game is a better version of the Stardew Valley board game. Like, mechanically, they are very similar, and functionally, they're trying to do more or less the exact same thing. But I think the Back to the Future game does it in a much better way than Stardew did. And I should write, like, I can't articulate that here. I haven't put in like the full thought on what that would look like. But it is something that I do want to expand on at some point. The idea of this co-op multiplayer game, and you have people moving around the map, and there's just a bunch of different objectives you all have to do before the end of the game. And it involves dice as well. And all right, sure, I'll give you like the Cole's notes of why I think the Back to the Future Back in Time board game is a better version of the Stardew Valley board game. And if you are a fan of Stardew Valley, you're probably going to want to play the Stardew Valley game because to that game's credit, it very much feels like you are playing the Stardew Valley video game, except in board game form. And for that, it does a fantastic job. But mechanically, I think there are some major holes in that game's design. In particular, there are objectives that are insanely hard to perform, depending on player counts. Of just like trying to catch a legendary fish, or going to the bottom of the mines. And, you know, how many... There are so many turns that are just wasted because of, you know, bad dice rolls, or the fact that the cards are arranged of the caves are just such a way like you're just never gonna get to the bottom, and that really sucks. Versus Back to the Future, where it's hard, it's very hard, it's a very hard game, but it's obtainable, and I don't think that any one objective is so insane that you're just like, oh yeah, this will never happen. And it also gives you more options for controlling action so that you're not just wasting turns doing nothing. Now we're going into like deep gameplay, board game design talk, but I think it's interesting to see how those games tried the same concept, and one I thought was a lot better at executing it than the other. All right, here we go. Top 10. I think that's still on my bucket list. On my bucket list of things to do before I die is I would like to try my hand at designing a board game. I've had ideas. I had a notebook that had a handful of ideas for board games. And I think that now that, like, when I first started playing these modern board games, I was like, how the heck did anyone design this? This is incredible. And now that I've played a ton of tabletop games, I think it makes a little more sense in terms of like, okay, these are some pre-established gameplay mechanics, come up with an idea, and then apply some of those pre-existing mechanics to that idea. And you can mix and match however you want, but you don't have to like create anything net new per se. Ah, we're dead. Oh, we were so close. I didn't realize how close we were. Ugh. GG's. GG's. Okay, I'm gonna set up for this next segment. I'm gonna have to step away for a second. Manu, you're running the show, so just hold it down while I'm away. Randy, you can give some advice on how to do it, but Manu, you're running the show in the meantime. BRB. Welsh flag didn't work. Oh no, that's no good. That's no good. All right, we're back. We're back. Actually, let me move some stuff aside here, and then we'll chat a little bit. And just as a heads up, if I'm a little slow getting to your messages, I apologize. I also do these segments for YouTube, so I try and keep it steady for the video. But I will chip in. I will chime in as best I can. All right. So let me get some of the stuff here, some of the goods, some of the heat. We actually got some heat this time. Like actual heat. Okay. So here's the things. Here's the pieces. I think we're good. All right. All right. So my obsession with Pokemon TCG continues. I've been continuing to open my booster box of Chilling Reign. I also bought some collector sets for Shining Fates, the Pikachu one, and the Marnie Champions Path set. And I got some cards. I got some like actual heat. As you can see, these are we've got the sleeve and we've got the top loader. We actually pulled some crazy stuff that we'll get into in a bit. But first, let's talk a little bit about the sets that I got. Unfortunately, I don't have the boxes because I opened them up. But we did have some cool things. I bought the Shining Fates Pikachu box, and the big deal with Shining Fates as a product line is that it features a lot of shiny Pokemon in it. And there's one particular card of a fire-breathing dragon in its shiny form that is very sought after in this set. So, I bought it because it came with a Pikachu V. V stands for victory. All right, so there's the Pikachu V card. I know what you're thinking. Look, I don't come up with the names, right? So that's a pretty decent card, 200 damage off 3 energy, although you then lose a bunch of the energy in the process. So maybe not the best of these victory cards, but you generally want more of these than not, right? When you're playing Pokemon TCG. And it comes with the big version as well. This is just for novelty. Like, I'm going to have this on display in the in the backdrop for the next little bit. It looks nice though. I love the holo on these cards. So good. I also got the Marnie set, and that came with a couple of V cards as well. This time we got a Morpeko V and a Grimmsnarl V. These were like outside the box. Like, you know you're getting these cards when you get them. And then they also came with some pins. So here is a Grimmsnarl pin, and here is a hangry Morpeko pin. And some of the cards I've gotten. Oh, there's one other thing in that Marnie set. I love this might actually be my favorite part of the Marnie set, is that you actually get a playmat. And look at this playmat right here. Oh, so nice big mat. It's that playmat material, and we've got the big art of Marnie with Hangry Morpeko and Grimmsnarl on there. I'm going to be doing all my card openings and playing Pokemon on this mat going forward. And yeah, let me give you a closer look on that art. Very nice art. Marnie, what a bae. Waifus, of course. All right, and cards. Like actually like, usually when we show the cards, like, yeah, these are cool, but like, no, actual heat here. This one's from Shining Fates. We've got a shiny Galarian Zigzagoon in its white and red. Got the headbutt move, so as soon as you play it, it does 10 damage to another Pokemon on the bench. Oh, when you put it, on a Pokemon, you can just pick, right? So there you go. Shiny, it's got the holo on there. That one's pretty cool. Next one. This one is from Champion's Path. This one is classified as an amazing rare. This is amazing rare Rayquaza. This one's also holo. The ink there, you can see the holo around Rayquaza, the yellow, and then the ink is splashing outside of the border. And what makes this card amazing is that, one, it's like an actual classification. Like, on the bottom, you can see there's an A with a circle. That means amazing, and it has a move that has the word amazing in it, because it takes 3 different energy types, which is really tough to manage in a Pokemon TCG deck. But if you can do it, you get to pull off this incredible move. This one was our big pull the other day from Chilling Reign. This is like the feature Pokemon in that set. Shadow Rider Calyrex V Max. So you've got to evolve from V to V Max on this. Just stunting on the horse with an incredible Underworld Door is an incredible power or ability to have, and I want more of these cards so I can play them in the game. But this one's also valued at higher than it's one of the more sought after cards. So we're gonna at least keep one of these fresh for the time being. And now we're going into some Champion's Path. No, this one's Shining Fates again. The Shining Fates box was incredible to Steph and I. One of the cards we got was this VMAX Rillaboom. I think this is alternate art, but yeah, look at the rainbow sparkles in the back. Such a cool looking card, and one that I hope to play. I don't have the V, so at some point I hope to get a Rillaboom V so we can play it. Here's our first secret rare that we ever got. Again, this is from Shining Fates. Alchemy VMAX. I apologize for the reflection of my ring light in the back, but you can see the sparkles right there on the card. These are so cool. I think Pokemon Company is absolutely crushing it
with these designs. Unfortunately, these are super hard to get. So amazing that we pulled that. From Champion's Path yesterday, our best pull. This one's another secret rare. This is a full art rainbow art of Kabu. Kabu, one of the trainers. I think he's the fighting gym trainer in Pokemon Sword, one of them. And look at the texture on that and the rainbow. Such a sick card. And last but not least, from the Shining Fates collection, this is the big one. Like, this is like a legit sought after card. Steph pulled it. She pulled the shiny Charizard. We couldn't believe it when she pulled it out of the pack. And this card is absolutely stunning in real life. And, you know, I've been pining for a shiny Snorlax card from Chilling Reign for a while now. I may never get that card, but this one is absolutely nuts. And glad to have it. Steph and I are looking to get it graded as soon as we can. The grading services are a little up and down right now in light of the pandemic, but this one we're gonna try and, you know, protect forever and have formally graded. You could pay off your mortgage with that. Don't tell people how much this one's worth. And yes, MacGyver's a 5 energy attack for 300 damage. And Kai the Nobody says that thing looks wild. Yeah. It's a crazy card. It looks incredible. Glad to have it in the collection. You can Google how much that one's worth. I have no plans on selling at this point in time, but it's a cool one to have. Megan Plays Games says, can you pay off my mortgage with it? Give me like 20-30 years and maybe. And welcome back, Meg. Yeah, this is not pulling mortgage money. Just maybe at some point it will, because the Charizard cards are always the ones that are mostly in demand, and this is the, oh my goodness, the detail on that with the sparkles and stuff. Maybe at some point. Not right now. Not right now. It's still one of the most sought after and probably one of the more expensive modern cards, but yeah, that's a cool one to have. So overall, like, we got some bangers in the last few days, and I'm probably gonna chill out for the next little bit. It's gonna be hard to top. It's an investment for a mortgage. maybe. But, you know, I'm not, we can have this conversation now. I haven't, my primary interest in the Pokemon TGC is playing the games. Like, Steph and I used to buy cards. Like, we would buy the dollar store packs of pre-made cards. Hold on, wait, don't enter the lobby yet. My controller, I just got control back of my controller. I'm sorry, guys. Let's try this again. I'm gonna run the countdown back. I only started getting into Pokemon trading card game a couple of weeks ago, maybe about a month ago now, and it was because Steph and I played the game, and I love the game, and I've been playing it a lot online. Shoutouts to Megan Plays Games. I hope we get to stream that again sometime, and we play it like multiple times a week at this point. And I know there's absolutely a collector aspect to it, and it becomes an awkward question of, like, you know, this card could be worth actually a lot, like, right now, and I can't play it. Like, absolutely not. You're not allowed to use that Charizard. Yeah, I've joked with Steph because we have a ton of duplicates of certain cards, of like just me using permanent marker on one of the old, like, one of my many duplicates, and just writing down shiny Charizard, and then when we pull it out of the deck, then we pull out the game the card in the case. I might actually do that because I still want to play with the cards, because otherwise, like, the appeal for me of these cards is how they're used in the game, and not just as, you know, a collector's item to sell someday for a lot of money, or you know, for the flex. But Meg, how you doing this morning? And for anyone interested in playing Pokemon TCG, like it's not that hard. You can play. It's pretty quick to learn. You can play for free TGC online and start with some pre-made decks. Play against the computer just to get a sense of if you enjoy playing the game or not. And you know that's a great way to start without spending a mortgage to play. Actually, the other night, Steph and I were watching the movie, the new Fear Street on Netflix, Fear Street 1994. And as we were watching the movie, I was going through all the cards trying to make deck lists. And I think now that I think we have enough cards to make some okay decks. Like, I don't think I have the level of cohesion I would want, but I do have enough cards to fill out decks of different types. And then in the next couple of days, I'll probably start making deck lists. And when Steph and I play, like Steph has mentioned, she has no interest in making decks, but she would play a deck that I've made. So I'll try and make one where we're evenly balanced, so it's not just me destroying her with a garbage deck of just Slowpoke over and over again. You're okay, but you got a headache? Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that, Meg. I hope you feel better soon. Is this a a side effect of some recent activity? Oh, might have said too much. But yeah, whatever is causing the headache, I hope it goes away soon. And yes, Weird August, I just realized that we weren't supposed to do Pokemon this day. We're supposed to do board games. All right, we'll do board games a little later. I was too hyped to talk about Pokemon cards. Oh, weather related, damn. Well, sorry to hear that. Hopefully whatever is the weather related that's causing that, I hope it goes away soon. Yeah, Steph and I did yesterday. Steph and I did a bunch of adulting yesterday. That felt great. We completed a bunch of home renovation projects that we've been putting off for years, and we finally got it done. And one of those was we had a curtain in the living room that was kind of hanging weird because one of the nails had gotten loose and the hole had gotten loose. Like the anchor had kind of torn into the drywall in a way where I was just kind of hanging down. And we fixed it. We fixed it. We bought a different type of anchor that spreads up and down, and I installed that, and it was great. We also fixed the lock on the front door. That was starting to act up, and so we replaced the locks, and it turns out replacing the locks on a door is very easy to do. So we took that out. That's 2 projects down. We hung up. There's a wedding photo of Steph and I where it looks like Steph and I are Disney prince and princess, like the single greatest picture I will ever be in. And we finally got a large print of it. We hung that up in the living room. And then the final project was the doorbell. Our doorbell was acting really weird for a couple of months, and then it just died. And we bought a new doorbell system, and then we cracked open the old doorbell and saw that it was a wireless one that just needed more batteries. So we bought some batteries to fix that, and we returned the new doorbell because we just didn't need it. So now we hear the doorbell instead of getting freaked out when people knock on the door. Man, hearing someone knock on the door is such a trigger. I think in a world of, people are just used to hearing doorbells. When you hear someone knock, you're just like, oh crap, something serious is happening, or the cops are gonna burst down my door. Anytime you hear someone knock on the door, and sometimes it's just that one person who knocks on the door regardless, And it just freaks me out every time. And it's weird. Knocking on the door was just the way that people got people to go to the front. But now that's just not a thing because of the advent of technology. And I just associate knocking on the door with something much more serious. Ruh-roh. This is bad. All right. There. I know we created a gap. We'll fix that later. Fix it in post. Here. Nip that down to 3. We'll cut that. Cut those. There. It's fixed. Okay. Down. No. I don't want any of this. I definitely didn't want that. Yikes. I panicked. I panicked. Okay. If we can just get a couple more eyepieces, I mean, that's probably the thing that has doomed every Tetris player ever. Uh-oh. I know I would have had a T-spin right there, and we might be dead. Yeah, we're dead anyway. Oh, we were top 3? Or top 4? Oh, I wasn't even... Top 3. F. Beck Bob. GG's. GG's. Alright, after the next game, we'll talk about... We'll do the board game bit. Maybe a game or two. Oh, next game. I said it. I said it. I said it. So after the next game, we'll talk about some board game pickups. I was at the local board game store, and they had a ton of Pokemon trading card game stuff. They had... I mean, it's the best selection in the city, and they have amazing prices. If you're into tabletop games, 401 Games is the spot. Oh, I can put this Pikachu card back up. Let me do that, and then we'll run the countdown. Actually, I'll run the countdown while I put this card back. Here we go. I don't have a frame for that one yet. I only got 3 frames in that size, and the third one is here, Litten. It's the... I don't remember what generation they're from. They're Sun and Moon, right? The combination of Litten, Rowlet, and Poplio. So yeah, we'll put Pikachu in a frame next month. Yeah, we were talking about games people have been playing. I know I said that like an hour ago. What are you guys playing? If you're just joining in, feel free to chime in with what games you've been playing. Randy was playing Monster Hunter Stories. Glad you enjoyed that. As someone who has not played Monster Hunter yet, I don't have any interest, but maybe someday. If I ever get around to it. There's a lot of games, though. I still gotta play Tony Hawk. It's still on the desk. It's installed. It's updated. I do plan on playing that game at some point. Holy cow, are we gonna lose already? Maybe. So that's on the list. I want to play more Guilty Gear. The Ace Attorney trilogy, or what's it called? The Ace Attorney Chronicles are coming out real soon. I look forward to picking that one up. Skyward Sword in HD is coming out soon. I gotta get that. So many games. Oh, if you are a Phoenix Wright fan, stick around for the board game segment. There is a game here you may find of interest. I think conceptually it's very cool. And it made me oh no! Oh no. Oh no. Ruh-roh, can we fix that? Oh, no. No. Okay. Here, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. Woo! Okay. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. I know I messed that up, but we're good now. Oh, wait. No. No. Oh, no. Stop it. Stop sending the junk to me. Okay, I thought we had it fixed, but they're still... Whoever this is, they are absolutely relentless. Okay. Okay. Yep, just keep the stack down. How do we get this wave to stop? Oh no. I don't have a good... Okay. Then we'll just move these ones over here. Down, down, down. There, stop attacking me, please. All right. There, everybody hold that junk. But yeah, as far as stuff I'm playing, Steph and I played some Mario Golf. Was it yesterday? I know it was yesterday afternoon. Steph and I played some Mario Golf, and you know, I've shared some opinions on the stream and on social media about my thoughts on the game. Oh, we had a game night too, family game night, where we played it together. And I think the thing that I have to stress here, the clarification I have to make, I do not think Mario Golf is a bad game. I think at its core, the experience of hitting a ball into a hole is still fun, and I enjoy that. And I think that like the user interface and the way you interact with that stuff is cleaner than it's ever been. However, my point still stands that all of the courses were designed around speed golf, which is a mode that I think is it's half baked, and it's not as fun as playing turn-based golf. And now that the game has the ability where multiple players can swing at the same time, the game moves a lot faster, and I think that is a pace I'm a lot more comfortable with, and I prefer playing it that way than one person shoots and everybody waits. I know Randy's mentioned that he prefers one player goes at a time while the others wait. I like everyone shooting at once. I just feel like the courses aren't as crazy or as imaginative than past Mario Golf games, because they had to design the courses around people moving around them, and so they just don't have the same level of... Disagree here. I absolutely understand people thinking the courses are dull. They kind of are. Mulligoon, welcome back. And yeah, that's the worst part of the game. The courses just aren't as good. You like waiting for everyone to shoot. Fair enough, Meg, and you can still do that. Then you get to see their screw-ups and adjust accordingly. Yeah, that is a valid reason for wanting to see other people shoot before you go. But they literally had to add design to courses for the speed golf. Yeah, they did. And I understand why they did it. And I don't like speed golf, so the entire game is compromised for a mode I don't like. And that is always going to be an issue with me for this game. Because it's not like Battle Golf. Look, we played Battle Golf, and I don't like Battle Golf either. But Battle Golf at least is a standalone thing that doesn't compromise the rest of the game in the way that Speed Golf does. And yeah, that's the other thing, is that I don't like one of the reasons I don't like GameCube Mario Golf is that it had too much of the Super Mario style obstacles in it as well. I don't like those. They're here, and they're not even implemented like all out in the way that the GameCube version did it. So it's a weird half step. I like the Mario Golf on Nintendo 64, where it's all largely standard golf things, but they use terrain in really interesting ways to make it challenging and exciting. That is the type of design I like. Those extras get extorted. There we go. And again, if you're enjoying Mario Golf Super Rush, that's awesome. I know a lot of people are, and shout outs to Kai, who he just turned 5, and he's only discovered, like, he played mini golf for the first time on his birthday. He's been playing Mario Golf. He really likes it, and he actually beat us in one of the games, which is awesome. And hey, if you enjoy it, that's cool. I am just not the biggest fan of this particular version. I will keep it. I thought about trading it in, and I think the ability to play online with family and friends and the ability to play motion controls with Steph are what's going to keep me in. But they do affect standard. I don't want to shoot in that way. I don't want them there. I don't want, like, when I'm playing those courses, they still have the obstacles and the bombs walking around, or the thwomps in the course. Like, I hate it. I hate that stuff. And those this game has those. Top 5. There's a very fine balance of, like, arcadey golf and simulation golf that make IMO N64 Mario Golf a masterpiece. And then Game Boy Golf is incredible too, because they also made it an RPG. I think that, for me, that's the pinnacle of the series. And maybe I sound like a boomer, but that's how I feel. Yeah. Okay, Mario Golf boomer. Who says that? There we go. Oh no! All right, there. Here's a question. This is bigger than, uh-oh, we're about to lose again. Okay. That was an unorthodox move, but I think that gives us, oh no. No! We've been so close so many times. GG's. Let's go scroll to the bottom. What's your most boomer hot take? Like something that you're just like, the old thing was the best thing and will never be topped by any of these new things. Your boomer hot take. Let's say video games. You're just like, the old thing was better. This particular part of gaming was better in the old days than it is now. GG's. We'll roll right back into another thing, and then we'll do the board games after. Oh. Added tornadoes. See, that's the thing. Okay, here we go. We're gonna forget that they simply added tornadoes. I hate the tornadoes. I hate them. This is again the delicate balance of arcade and simulation. I hate the tornadoes in Mario Golf, like the ones that blow on the side and you have to time the shot just right. I don't want that, and I don't want the tornadoes to shoot the thing to go up. I just want to hit the ball on challenging courses that don't have any gimmicky stuff like that. So yeah, I hate those. I want a very specific thing in Mario Golf course design, which this game does not do. Yeah, I want islands that you can hit the ball over, but then they just teleport you to the spot because you don't have to worry about walking. I want the levels where you're shooting from here, and then there's a giant mountain, and then the hole's right here, and you have to shoot the ball over and arc it just right. Mario Golf doesn't have that. The newest one doesn't have that because it has to account for people walking around. and it doesn't do that. And in a roundabout way, it adds certain obstacles like, you know, the tornadoes, which I also cannot stand. Effect and standard. Yeah, it does. I don't want it there at all. 0%. Yeah, there we go. I am a Mario Golf boomer. Oh man, do I have Mario? I'm not sure if I have Mario Golf on Nintendo 64. I know it's gonna be a pain for me to stream because I would either have to buy equipment or I'd have to pull out my old capture card, but then that's a USB 2.0 device and there's completely different streaming I would have to rebuild my setup. I know we never owned it. I think I bought it somewhat recently at a convention. I'll have to look. I don't know if I'm gonna look. Yeah, not in the middle of the stream. I might have a copy here. And Meg says N64 version slaps. You're right. You're right. I still think it's the best in the series. I think it had the best course designs. I love the fact that it had mini golf in it. I love the fact that it had the ring challenge in it, which the Switch version doesn't have. I love the fact that you got medals for birdies, and then it became a thing of like trying to get birdies on every single hole. Switch version doesn't have that. I love the match play against the computer. It sort of has it on the Switch, but not in the same way. Yeah, I don't know if I said mini golf, but yeah, I don't think the Switch version definitely doesn't have mini golf. That's battle golf. As sort of the substitute for mini golf, but given the choice between the two, I would take mini golf over battle golf. Yeah, am I that way? Other games were just like, oh, the new... I think if to simplify the question, do you like the older games over the newer ones? I know I'm very much that way with Street Fighter in this, like Street Fighter 4 versus Street Fighter 5. I'm all in on Street Fighter 4, and Street Fighter 5, like, nah, I don't like what they did with that game. And it's been a struggle to get back into it ever since. And at this point, I probably never will. You know, I started playing Rose again in Street Fighter 5, and at this point with Guilty Gear out, if I'm going to put any brain power to getting good at a fighting game, I'd probably do it in Guilty Gear, where more of the scene has moved, and the game is a ton of fun, and it's got much better online net play. You know, I hope they get it right with Street Fighter 6, whatever that ends up being. I feel like there's a portion of the Zelda audience that has boomer thoughts on, say, Breath of the Wild, who say, like, I like the old Zelda games better because there's more structure and the dungeons are better. And it's not just, here's a giant field, go run in it. There's probably a segment of Grand Theft Auto boomers who are like, I liked it when it was just me in this universe running whatever adventures I wanted against the computer and playing the story mode. And now it's just all about GTA Online, and I don't want anything to do with that. I think there's absolutely... And yeah, you are that boomer. I'm guessing you mean for Breath of the Wild. I love Breath of the Wild for what it is, but to me, the biggest issue I had with that game is its dungeon design felt like it was lacking because it had to account for people playing them in any order. And so I found they weren't nearly as interesting. They didn't have nearly as much fighting in them as I would have wanted as well. So not just on top of like the puzzle solving not being as interesting, but there was hardly any fights in the dungeons because it was all about trying to, you know, use the generic tools to get through them. You just beat Link's Awakening? Okay, what did you think of Link's Awakening? Right there, that is a boomer Legend of Zelda game. where people have very strong opinions towards that game in favor of Link's Awakening. Absolutely miss that kind of dungeon design. Yeah. Boomer, yo, I really enjoy your blog. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much, Boomer UW, for dropping by. I'm glad you enjoy the blog as well. Again, the website inthirdperson.com. Thank you for giving me a reason to hit that button. How are you doing today? Yeah, we're just chatting about boomer opinions in video games. We just stumbled on this of like, you like this aspect of video games, you liked how they did it in the old days versus right now. This is actually, I need to write this down. This is a good blog post idea. Boomer opinions in gaming. Okay, I'm a little tied up at the moment, but right after this game, I will write that down. And again, you don't have to be old to have a boomer opinion either. And it doesn't necessarily have to be about old games to have a boomer opinion. Yeah, back in my day, absolutely. Ooh, I've got a hot take. This one, video game boomers are gonna get mad at me for this, I think. Here we go. I'm gonna have to think about. It's been a while since I played either of these games, but I'm gonna say it right here for the shock value. The best Donkey Kong Country game is Donkey Kong Country Returns on the Wii. Bring it. I think that game looked great. It had the advantage of implementing more modern game design techniques into the levels, and the what it did with depth was really cool for the time. What it did for co-op was cool for the time. It provided a really strong challenge, particularly towards the end. It didn't necessarily have the nostalgia or the novelty of those old games, but pound for pound, if you told me pick one of these Donkey Kong Country games, and I had to debate, I think Donkey Kong Country 2 is the best of those classic games. I think I would pick Donkey Kong Country Returns over Donkey Kong Country 2. There it is, top 10. I think boomers only play Elite Dangerous. I have not, I know basically nothing of Elite Dangerous, so I can't weigh in on that. I'll have to take your word for it. So yeah, that would be my anti-boomer opinion in video games, where I think the newer one is better than the older one. Yikes. Top 10? Oh no. We're dead. GG's. Okay, let me write that down as an idea for a blog post. Boomer opinions in games. That's a whole series right there. Opinions in games. That's also probably a good idea for YouTube videos as well. I'll probably test it out as a blog post and then someday make it a YouTube video. Haven't gotten a dub yet. Yeah, last week we got like 7 wins. Today we haven't been nearly as fruitful. We'll talk about some board games next. Actually, let me prep the stack while we're waiting here. Again, GG's everybody. Oh no, just ran over the playmat. I ran over the Marnie play. Man, this thing's so godlike. Again, I'll show it one more time. The Marnie playmat that I got with the Champions Path playset. So godlike. Ugh. Put that over there. Top threes. Big stack. Again, if you're into Phoenix Wright, there might be something here of interest to you, conceptually. I haven't played this yet. I've heard good things about it, but I look forward to trying it. Maybe Steph and I will play this today. Okay, GG's. I'm not seeing any names here. All right, no worries. No worries. Cool. Back out. Board game time. Steph and I went shopping, and we picked up a bunch of board games. Let's talk about these here real quick. The Phoenix Wright like game. This one is called Lawyer Up, and this is a 2-player card game in which one person plays as the attorney and one person plays as the prosecutor, and you're playing with cards, and one side is trying to build the case for the defendant being guilty. One person's trying to prove them innocent, and so you're managing your cards in such a way of like, I'm trying to collect the evidence that proves my case. I'm while also trying to bury the evidence that proves their case. And so I look forward to trying this one out. Kind of, Phoenix Wright-ish vibes. Phoenix Wright versus Miles Edgeworth. If this is any good, I'll definitely let you know if this is something worth trying. But conceptually, I love the idea of 2 people in a courtroom trying to prove their case to the judge. And this is a game about that theme, and it sounds really exciting. Objection! Yep. Hold it! Yep. This next one is it's a roll and write game, even though there's no rolling of dice. You're using cards for numbers, and this is a variation of a game I've played on Board Game Arena, but I haven't played it IRL. This one is Welcome to Las Vegas, and conceptually how this works is that each player gets a board, and then as the numbers are drawn, you're writing the numbers on different spots, and you score points based on where in the sequence you write them. And so everyone's taking their turns at the same time, and whoever has the most points at the end wins. But there's a lot of different ways that as the numbers come up that you can mark it on your sheet to get different point totals and such. So I've played the original one, love that game. They didn't have the original at the store, but they had the Vegas one, and we were like, all right, let's try out the Vegas one. I'm sure it's fine. So welcome to Vegas. Las Vegas, excuse me. You've been meaning to try that. In a couple weeks, Randy, when the vaccine's all settled in, we will get together and play some board. There's so many board games that we have to play. Another one. This one almost is like a prequel to Lawyer Up. This one, like, they're not connected at all, just thematically. This is Chronicles of Crime, and this is a game where you're playing as investigators, working through different crimes. And what makes this game unique is that there is an app integration into it. So you're using the same pieces, but because the game is like digital as well, you can use the same set to work through a bunch of different cases. So I'm really excited to try all of the different cases here in Chronicles of Crime. And one more game. This is one of the hottest board games still. I think this came out in 2019, but it's still really hard to come by because of production issues, and it's selling like crazy, and I've been looking forward to trying this for some time now. Wingspan. And this is a game that's about bird watching, and I remember when my coworker was telling me about this game, and she was like, yeah, this amazing game about bird watching, and I was like, bird, why would I want to play a game about bird watching? But I mean, I've been told that it's an incredible game that's won multiple Game of the Year awards from, you know, highly respected outlets and people, and those that I know in real life that have played this game have said it's incredible. So I look forward to trying this one out. And it is on the Nintendo Switch. It's on PC as well if you want to try it out there. So I've got the IRL version. If I enjoy it, I'll probably buy it on PC or on Switch as well, so we can play it online or stream it someday. There it is. That is my most recent board game haul. What do you guys think? If you've played any of these at all, let me know. Otherwise, I look forward to enjoying these with Steph, and hopefully in a post-vaccine world with family and friends as well. All right, let's get back to this Tetris. Again, for those just tuning in, I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com, personal look at video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. If you don't follow me on the other places, I'm like everywhere. I'm on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. I post stuff every day over there as well, like on all the things. So yeah, make sure to follow on one or all. Difficult to introduce the newcomer. I have no idea if it's difficult, so we'll find out. All right, that's another thing I want to do. A long time ago, I made a video on board games for newbies. Do you guys want to watch that? Watch a young Jet do his board game show? I think maybe we'll do that a little later in the stream, reacting to some of my old board game content. Because there's one video I did, and I want to redo it with modern considerations of, like, you know, based on the games that are available now and based on games I've played, like, what recommendations would I make? Yeah, maybe we'll do that a little later. We'll play like a couple games, then we'll react to some old Jet YouTube content. And then, you know, also talk about content creation and honing your craft, and, you know, just continuing to put in practice on making better stuff. One of the things I've been meaning to get back into is making YouTube videos. I have at least two, one in my head. I know I want to make a Pokemon TCG video, and there's some other board game idea videos I've had in my head as well. Maybe we'll do the Boomer one, the Boomer video as well. That would be fun. But again, yeah, making content, it's hard, it's fun. Do you support the LGBTQ community? If you don't want to answer, that's fine. I'm all for the LGBTQ community, Weird August. I think that we're all people, and we should all be treated fairly and equally. I don't think that, you know, people should be discriminated against because of their, you know, their gender, their race, their you know, their hair color, their whatever it might be, right? None of that matters. And so yeah, very much support LGBT. Some of my friends are in the LGBT community, people that I care a lot about are, and, you know, for me to I think of those people and, like, yeah, of course I support those people, and why wouldn't I? There we go. Good thing you're non-binary. Okay, well, you know, kudos to you. And again, I support you in you know, you being you and living your best life and being comfortable in the skin that you're in. And I hope that, you know, one of my personal goals is that, you know, I don't want people to feel left out because of based on, if you're LGBT or whatever thing. Like, I don't think that matters to the enjoyment of the content that I make. I don't want anyone to feel left out in that way because I'm speaking in such a way that, I don't think that matters to my sharing my love and passion for video games. So it's all good. And I still have much to learn about being an ally in those spaces, but I'm trying to be better. All right. What else is going on? Oh, we were talking about, possibly reacting to old content. And yeah, maybe it'll serve as an inspiration for anyone that makes content. It's like, oh man, my microphone sucks. I don't have all the equipment. I don't know how to edit videos. Maybe watching back on this one video will act as inspiration, and like I can talk through my process of how I did it and some of the really ghetto stuff I would do to get these videos made. Cause yeah, I think when I really think about it, my favorite hobby, even more than playing video games, making content. I don't always have time to play games or video games, but I always make time to make content, whether it's a blog post, whether it's streaming, whether it's making videos, TikToks. I enjoy the process of, having these ideas, these thoughts, these feelings, and just like putting them out into the universe, whether anyone cares or not. And I think that people get caught up in their heads of like, I don't have the tools to make the thing, but you don't need a lot of tools to make anything in the content creation space. Right now, if your best IMO, if you're like, I want to make content, the best thing you can do right now, pick up your phone and start making some TikToks. That's it. That's all you need. You can do that. You can get 1 million views tomorrow. It can be that fast. Not to say that you will, but it could. And that's something that can't happen on Twitch. It won't happen on Twitch. No one becomes overnight famous on Twitch because of the way the platform's built. But with the way that algorithms and stuff work in TikTok, you can put out a TikTok today and have a million views on it tomorrow. It's still crazy to me that I put out some TikToks and multiple videos have over 300,000 views. Crazy. But yeah, I think if it's going to come down to personal preference of like, maybe I don't want to make videos, for example. Maybe you're more comfortable starting a blog. That's cool. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. And Weird August, yeah, I think that is a valid point of corporations. When it's Pride Month, they're like, hey, happy Pride Month. And then as soon as Pride Month ends, they take down all the stuff. They don't talk about it ever again. And they use Pride Month as a marketing opportunity rather than, actually trying to embrace or support the LGBTQ plus community. And that's absolutely a problem. And a lot of major corporations don't know how to do it well. I mean, we saw Warner Brothers say, hey, happy Pride Month. Go play our Injustice 2 fighting game where the goal of this month is to beat up a bisexual character. Like, guys, did no one read the comics or the TV show, the source material at all? No one thought, like, you know, this might be a bad idea. This might be tone deaf. And yeah, I think we have a long way to go. But you know, I hope that everybody continues to do their part to try and support everybody. I don't think it should be. We should live in a world where we're all just treated equal. You know, and that stuff like, you know, race and class and all that stuff doesn't matter. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of hungry. I had breakfast. I had some cereal. There are some cookies upstairs. GG's, by the way. There are some Chips Ahoy cookies, the chewy Chips Ahoy, that I really want to eat right now. But I don't want to eat them on stream because I don't want them stuck in my teeth. You know what I mean? You get the chocolate chips and you get the bit stuck in your teeth, and I don't want that while I'm streaming. And then there have been I'm not gonna tell. Maybe it helps boost my views, but there have definitely been streams where I watched it after the fact and I was like, oh my god, there's stuff stuck in my teeth, and it's there the entire stream. There might be stuff stuck in my teeth right now. I don't know. I'm not looking at my face on the no, I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Ugh. And yeah, talking about equality, I'd like to share a video with the class. This one, I'm not gonna watch it here, but I'll put it in the chat. This is about a video about sexism in rock music that I thought was really well done by the Punk Rock MBA. And let me pull up the link. Punk Rock MBA does some fantastic videos about rock and alternative music. One of my favorites. And let me put this video here because I feel like he also is speaking. What I love about his videos is that he definitely has a more inclusive perspective on rock music and wants to push it that way for a space that can be very very masculine in nature and also very boomer in nature, right? It's like you think about rock and it's like old white dudes or like guys with big beards, and you know, rock music can reach so many more people, and they oftentimes, you know, push people away that don't fit that description. And he's definitely pushed for, you know, women and minorities to be in rock, and you know, telling, you know, I think a lot of his videos, the messages of like, yeah, open up the scene, because one of the things about rock, actually let me start the countdown. One of the things he keeps harping on is just this idea of like rock falling out of prominence in popular culture and why that's a bad thing. And I know that rock can be very much like an exclusive club. We listen to this type of music and all this other music's crap. Get this out of here. And oh geez, hold on. So sorry, don't back out of whatever lobby you're in. Back out of whatever your lobby you're in. My controller died and I wasn't able to join the lobby. So let's try that again. And I see my internet's being a little shaky again. Hopefully that'll settle down in just a sec. All right, countdown's back. Yeah, one of the things about like, I know, rock music of just it falling out of prominence, and part of that is it got too insular. It became music that didn't appeal to a wider audience. It wasn't appealing to kids and teenagers and women and minorities. And oh wait, what? Oh shoot, I'm actually in the game. Well, sorry guys. I thought, okay, we're just going now. And you know, part of that is, you know, hip hop and EDM have moved to the forefront because it's music that reaches a wider audience these days. And you know, part of opening up rock is making it more accessible for yeah, gotta love it. You know, it was opening up rock for a wider audience, and hey, it's totally cool. I don't know. I know a lot of people may clown on this. Anyone here listen to Olivia Rodrigo at all? Or hear the TikTok with the goddamn sociopath? Like, I want to see more rock music like that. That's more accessible, and it's not just super crazy metal riffs and stuff. That song might be the hot take. Is that song, what is it called? Good to You, Good for You? I can't remember the name of the song, but you guys know what I'm talking. That TikTok song. Yes, that TikTok song. That might be the biggest rock song of the last 5 years, and I think that's great. Okay, like the fact that here's the song, whether you like the song or not, I think that having a song that is made in the rock and roll style, that is reaching an audience that these days wouldn't listen to that style of music, I think is awesome. And yes, the TikTok song, you know, the goddamn sociopath, the one that sounds like Paramore. That one. And yes, I think that opening up rock for more, you know, making it a more inclusive space would go a long way towards, you know, bringing the genre back towards relevance and bringing more people in, have more people enjoy it rather than a select few. I think gaming can be very gatekeepy in that way too, from, you know, treatment of women in gaming spaces to, like, I think even as small as, say, like the fighting game space, where fighting games are less than, you know, 1% of what people play, and even within the fighting game community, there are people who are like, I'm only playing Street Fighter and everything else is trash, and Street Fighter is the best, and then they just like look down upon anyone that plays any other type of game. And yeah, I think we need to do more to be more inclusive to one another and open things up. I might need. Do I have granola bars upstairs? I can do granola bars are less likely to get stuck in my teeth than cookies, right? Let me grab one after this. What did you guys have for breakfast today? Regardless of what time it is. What did you have for breakfast today? I had some Frosted Flakes. I had a bowl of Frosted Flakes with milk. It's been a little bit since I had cereal. Jenna the Fool asks, any dubs yet? No! We've gotten top 5 almost every game. We've gotten second place a couple times. Haven't won yet. And welcome back, Jenna. I hope you're doing all right. Ooh. Burr, burr, burr. Well, yeah, breakfast, good. Steph and I had banana bread cause you're chunk. Oh man, banana bread is top tier bread. I absolutely adore banana bread. If you can get the chocolate chips on that too. I don't necessarily need chocolate in my banana bread, but I do love me some chocolate in my banana bread as well. Meg, you are a food connoisseur. Respect. I would love some banana bread right now. Making me hungry. Do. Imagine me catching a DMCA for that. It's so wild too. Like, I really hope that we can find a better solution for even just referencing copyrighted music. TikTok is crazy in how much people use copyrighted music. Part of it is like officially built into the software. Like you just pick the song and put it in your video, but a lot of people don't do that, and they don't catch nearly as much heat as, you know, I hum a song on YouTube and YouTube just takes away all my ad money, or I have a VOD of a cover I did on Twitch and then Twitch bans my account. Like, it's crazy. Does DMCA have a time limit? Under 50 seconds. No, there is no time limit. Any use of someone's material on your stream is subject to DMCA. Even just a flash of it. There's no time limit. And that's the same with, you know, sampling a song. I know there's lots of urban legends of like, oh yeah, if the sample is under 3 seconds, I can use it without having... No. No. Bro, yeah, there's no limit. I think that you... And the other thing is people say like fair use. It's fair use. And whether it is or it isn't, fair use is a defense in court. So unless you are willing to actually go to court to play the fair use defense, it doesn't help. And I think in that way it sucks because they on platforms like YouTube that have systems in check, like it's always going to be easier for the claimant than the person who committed the violation, especially in scenarios where just like my kids were dancing. Like I happened to be out on the street filming this vlog and someone was blasting the music in the car in the background that had nothing to do with the thing. Like you have to go to court to fight that, unfortunately. If they wanted to go all the way with it, like the Prince case. This happened with Prince and his music, where, you know, there was a viral video where grandchildren were, or like kids were dancing to some Prince songs and they wanted to share the video with, you know, their grandparents, and Prince took them all the way to court and they had to prove fair use all the way up to that point. They won, and then Prince was like, screw you guys, I'm never letting my music on the internet ever again. But yeah, you can get in, you have to go very far to defend that. You know, Scream, somebody is hitting me with a takedown order. In theory, yes, they could. In theory, yes, they could. They probably won't, but legally they could. Right? This is Twitch put out an email a couple of weeks ago to people who stream in the music category, specifically for stuff like that, where like you are allowed to perform covers on Twitch because Twitch in itself has they have like performance rights. So you can perform a song. You can't make a VOD of that performance because they don't have the rights for recordings of those songs. It's a mess. It's an absolute mess, and it's super confusing, and I don't blame anyone for not knowing where the lines are for what you can and cannot do. They haven't enforced it very well. They haven't made it very clear. They've let so many people get away, even to now. Like, I love DJ streams, but like they're breaking, their entire content is breaking DMCA, and they don't get hit. What, Twitch themselves promotes DJs on the front page, but they're literally breaking DMCA. What are we doing here? If the messages don't play copyrighted music, why are you promoting streamers who only play copyrighted music? Okay, give me a quick second. I'm going to grab a granola bar from upstairs. Meg, you're in charge of the stream. In the meantime, Meg, you host, and you guys can spam emotes or something. BRB, where's that button? I never know where the BRB button is on this thing. Ah, here it is. All right, one sec. Incoherent screaming as for Randy's instructions. Yep. Video. There you go. You got it, Meg. You got it. Okay, let me take a couple bites of this real quick. I'm hungry. We'll use this camera angle so you don't have to see me eat. But yeah, I need some energy back in me. And yeah, getting demonetized for the music. It's way easier for the bots to track the music from a video. There are bots in place that scan all the videos to see if you're using copyrighted music, and if you are, then they flag it. So yeah, using the music from the movie is a terrible idea. Using copyrighted music of any sort in basically any medium is a terrible idea. That rapper ASMR? Don't do it. Get that Stream Beats. New Stream Beats album out now. Actually, I'm gonna use that soon. Harris calls it a hi-fi album. It's kind of like lo-fi, but more upbeat. It's pretty good. I enjoyed that one a lot. I also like the chill EDM one is really good too. All right, let's get some games going. In case anyone's wondering, this is a Special K Nourish. It's got, what is this? Cranberries and almonds. I got another one just in case I'm still hungry after this. It's a great value dipped bar from, I think this is one, whoa, this is, I don't know how old this is. It feels rock solid. I don't know if I'm eating this one. Y'all didn't need that chewing ASMR. But there we go. All right, we back. Powered up. Gonna finally get this win. It's been a little bit, but we'll get there. This is the one. I promise you. Here, random thing. I got an email from YouTube, and they had a weird stat in this email. I'm gonna get you to guess. What is the most popular greeting in a YouTube video? There was an expression that people say in their videos that is the most popular greeting used in YouTube videos. Can it take a guess on what you think that greeting is? Brownie points for the first person to get it right. My feet, no. What's going on? No, that's not it. Actually, it's your boy. No, I see. Jenna's guessing was, "Hey, what's up, guys?" Jenna is very close. Very close. The first answer was very close. You almost nailed it. So yeah, I'll give you guys a minute to rework Jenna's first statement, and then you've got the most popular greeting on YouTube. It's weird that they're able to pull that stat. Like, how do you scan the trillions of videos on there and are able to figure out the most popular thing said first? But yeah, sorry, Jenna, I did not give you credit the first time I saw it. I thought you were just saying hey to everybody. I totally blanked that I asked everybody a question. Ugh. Okay. There we go. They've got the auto captioning thing. That's probably how. Possibly that. Possibly that. The answer to the most popular greeting used on YouTube is, "Hey guys." JF Raptor says, "Hey, what's up?" That was the first one. Yes, hey guys is the most popular greeting in YouTube videos. Oh, yikes, I didn't turn that the right way. I didn't turn that the right way. Can I sneak in a bite while I do this? Yeah. Crumbs everywhere. You're still cooking pancakes? Okay. No worries. Uh-oh. They're not good. This is really bad. All right, there it is. Gucci. All right, cool. Other things going on. Steph and I watched Luca last week. I don't know if we talked about it on the stream. I don't think we did. I think I glossed over it last time we were Damn it. Wow, we got bounced early on that. That was awful. All right, let me set something up. Let's see if this is actually a segment. If this is actually a segment I want to run. My channel. So you're oh. Okay. Board game talk. Yeah, we've got a whole playlist of videos here. Oh gosh. This is not the video. Where is it? Oh, if this is the whole playlist. Yeah. Yeah, all right. We'll watch a little bit of this one in a little bit. We'll play one more game and then just talk about content creation stuff and making stuff with what you have and doing the best with the skills that you have. And you don't necessarily need fancy computers and high-tech video editing software, and I think it's more about the ideas and what you say and how you're saying it and all that stuff. And I'm curious. I haven't seen this video in ages. I'm sure that there are a lot of things I would fix. I think particularly when it comes to board game videos, like I want to get back into it. I would approach it differently though. I think that at the time I was influenced a lot by, and I know my internet is tanking right now. So if you're seeing some buffering right now, I apologize for that. It'll kick back in a second. I think I spent too much time early on talking about the rules and how the games work. And if I were to go back to making board game videos now, it would be more about sharing why this game is great and why you should play it, and not get so into the weeds on, this is a worker placement game where each player gets 5 meeples, and on your turn, you can move this meeple over here, and there's 5 different places to put the meeple. Like, no, I don't want to talk about any of that stuff in a YouTube video. That might be better for a blog, but I think it would be more fun, or like it would make for better content if it was like, here's a game where... No, I'm using example off the top of my head. Let me grab the game actually. One sec. Right, here's this game, right? How I used to talk about it versus how I want to talk about board games going forward. Jet's coming for Dice Tower on the stream. I love Dice Tower. And yes, I think that was a big influence in how I used to make board game videos, and I want to get away from that because there's a dice tower for that type of stuff. And I'm not Tom Vassell. I love Tom. Tom is part of a big reason of why there's a pile of board games on the floor right now. Well, I don't think I can make that type of stuff. It wouldn't. One, there's a lot of it, and two, I don't think that just fits what I think I could bring to that space. Here, for example, right? This is a really cool game, The Pursuit of Happiness. And if I were to talk about the rules and stuff, this is a worker placement game where you put your meeples on the board to denote what tasks you're doing at this part of your life. You know, in this space over here, this one controls your health, and this one shows like your happiness, and here are the different jobs you can do. Versus me saying like, hey, this is a board game. It's kind of like the game of life, but you know, more controlled. You have the ability to, you know, pursue different careers, get married, stay single. You can date multiple people if you want, but it has crazy ramifications on your health. And there's all sorts of different ways of living your life and expressing that in board game form, but in a way that's more than just roll the dice and move, right? That's kind of where I would want to go versus it's a worker placement game and you put your meeples on the board to denote how many points you get in the career action. Yeah. This game done? Oh, we're still down at top 3. Let's go see. I don't think there's anyone to shout out here. Okay. Yeah, we'll do one more game of well, we'll be playing more Tetris, but I think we'll do the watch the old video after this next game. We'll just jump right into the next one though. When they wrap up. Yeah, okay. Back to the lo-fi. I don't like I'm glad I made the change of having the music flip between the scenes, because I always hated when in the early days when I would do these segments about like, let's go talk about a super serious issue, and also there's cutesy Pokemon music playing in the background that doesn't fit what I'm trying to say at all. There's a little bit of a trick. There's some technical wizardry to make that work in the way that I have it working, but it's in case you're interested, right? If you're like, oh, how does Jet make the music turn on and off between scenes without going to Spotify and pausing it? What I do is I go into Audacity, I make a file of all the songs, put it in MP3, and then add that to a source just on this scene. So if I'm here, or here, or here, or here, or here, it's the music. But as soon as there's gameplay stuff, that source is gone, and now it's the game. And I can seamlessly go between two without having to turn Spotify on and off. There you go. Tech. Let's get this counter back on. Play another game. Bum, bum, bum. What do you guys got going on today? I think Steph and I have a more chill day today. At some point, I want to go back to Costco. Cause oh man, here's some grown-up stuff. Some grown-up stuff. I was making dinner the other night. I was making barbecue, and I was cooking these sausages and, you know, flipping them, and I see some grill lines, and then, you know, 10-15 minutes in, I'm like, wait, this is not as hot, and it's not grill. I personally use the when I'm cooking sausages, I try and get it so I can see grill lines all the way around. That's my gauge for when it's done. And after a couple of minutes, I was like, wait, where are the grill lines at? Ran out of gas. Propane tank ran out. And so I had to switch plans, throw the potatoes and the veggies, not the potatoes, the sausages and the veggies in the oven to finish cooking it. But now we've got an empty propane tank sitting in the car, and we need to go to Costco to fill that up. But yeah, we went to Costco the other day, or like to try and fill it up, and the line was just so huge. So we're just like, nah, we'll do that another time. So maybe another time is today. Other than that, I think we're pretty loose. Oh, we might be watching a documentary on Disney Plus with Michelle and Yasha online. It's 90-day fiance day today, so we'll probably watch more of that. Such a trashy show, but it's still entertaining. Yeah, I hope you guys have something exciting, fun going on. I don't know what the weather's like in the city. I haven't checked today. It'd be nice if it was nice weather and Steph and I could hang out in the backyard, maybe play some sports. We bought some like dollar store, you know, the types of outdoor activities where you got the tennis ball with the sticky, I don't even know what you call it, and you throw it and it sticks to the panel. I don't even know, like stuff like that. We bought a couple of things like that so we can play, and we just haven't used it yet. Da, da, da. Oh, snap. Oh, this is going to be a terrible game, because we're already in a horrible spot. Yikes. We dead? No, not quite, not quite. We can still clean this up, but okay. Oh no. Okay. That'll do. That'll do. And then we clean it up from there. Got it. Great. What other stuff is happening? We've gotten NBA Finals. I know not many basketball fans here, but some are. It looks like we got the Phoenix Suns versus the Milwaukee Bucks. I am I am a ride or die Raptor fan, so ultimately I don't care who wins. But if I had to pick between the two teams left, I would cheer for the Phoenix Suns. I think it'll be an exciting time if either team wins, because it'll be the first time ever that the Phoenix Suns have won an NBA championship, and I think the Bucks haven't won since like the 70s. It's been a long time. So, and I think the fun stat was that not a single player from either team has won a championship, NBA championship before. So it'll be the first time since the early 70s when that's happened, which is great. And then the Raptors got the NBA draft coming up in the next month or so. Hopefully we get something good. Or someone good, sorry. I'm looking forward to... Yeah, I don't know if I'm ready to go to a Raptors game starting next... I'm guessing at some point I will be... Like, in a couple months from now, like, the vaccination rates in Canada are super high. And, you know, maybe in a couple of months we'll be at herd immunity and we'll be cool. Going to a Raptor game still feels like a little bit of a stretch for me, but we'll see. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no. Okay, we're fine. What else do I have here? Uh-oh. I'm making too many boneheaded mistakes. I think I am too hungry for this. Hey, we'll play a couple more. Does anyone here get hangry when you get hungry? You are just irrationally angry. I definitely get frazzled when I'm hungry, and I'm just like, oh, I just want to eat. I just want to eat. I just want to eat. It's funny when Steph and I have very different shopping styles. Steph is very much of the like, when we go shopping, it's nonstop. We don't take breaks. We just shop until we're done. And one of the things that irks Steph is like, when I get hungry, like I'm like, all right, I want to stop to eat, but then that breaks her momentum on shopping. So sometimes she'll suggest like, oh, bring a snack, bring some granola bars so that we can keep shopping. Despite COVID, despite having your 2 shots now. Yeah. We'll have to feel that out. You know, in a couple months, we'll see what the rates are and what the numbers are like for new cases, and hopefully it's at a point where it's manageable and we can go comfortably to a Raptors game. Okay. But yeah, even just stuff like visiting family, like I would love to see my family and my cousins again once this, hopefully in a couple weeks. Like I'm gonna be all vaccinated up by mid-July. Some of my cousins are getting theirs a little later than that, so man, just a little longer. Uh-oh. No. Okay. Down. Top 10. Ah, no. GG's. Let me take a quick bite here. We'll watch the board game video next, and then we'll play a couple more. GG's. All right, time for snake eating its own tail. Actually, do I even have this set up? I don't think I do. Give me a second here to set up this next bit. Browser view. Where is it? Pokemon window capture, Chrome. Here we go. Who's this dude? So yeah, earlier we were talking about how's this sound?
Good for newcomers. So whether you are exploring the hobby for yourself for the first time, or you're an experienced gamer looking to find just the right game to show your friends who've never played board games before.
Am I gonna get hit? This is the YouTube. The YouTube music's probably fine over here, right? Anyhow, to set this up, like I want to get back into board game video making. I had in the past. It was one of the first videos I like produced myself, and the way I went about it, because like I didn't have any real. I had Steph's DSLR camera. And I had, Windows Movie Maker.
Hey everyone, you are watching Board Game Talk on inthirdperson.com. My name is Jet, and today I wanted to showcase 3 great games that are particularly good for newcomers. So whether you are exploring the hobby for yourself for the first time, or you're an experienced gamer looking to find just the right game to show your friends who've never played board games before.
These are 3 you will want to try out first.
Jeez,
Finding great entry-level board games can be difficult.
I can't. I'm like so stiff in these videos, and one of the toughest things, with YouTube videos versus streaming, I find is like you want to say the perfect thing because you don't want to stumble on it. So then you write either a script or an outline, but then when you're reading it, you just sound super stiff. That's something I need to work on. And also when I was filming these videos, like it was in the morning. Like the time I stream now is when Steph's still asleep, and we were in a 1-bedroom condo and Steph is still asleep, so I tried to keep my voice down, but then it makes me also sound not energetic in these videos.
Just entering the hobby to play.
And how close you let her
These
as
shots were
close
weird
as
too,
possible to the princess.
Of like,
So
I was using Steph's DSLR camera and I didn't have like a grip or anything, and I didn't have like a proper microphone, so I was using the mic on the camera itself, and I'm holding with one hand and trying to aim and then talk about stuff. It was pretty rough, and then editing it after the fact, but I think the video ended up being okay. I would love to come back to this idea,
and
here
will
I'm
do what
talking.
it says on the card. So
This
for
is exactly
example,
where I was like
I have
earlier.
2 cards here. I have the priest, which lets me look at another player's card.
I think all of that, this whole thing, this part's a waste of time. When I go back to it, I don't want to spend any time talking about rules and the mechanics. And here's the thing you can do. Love letter. You're trying to get as close to the princess as you can to give her the letter. And everyone's trying to work their way closer towards the princess and taking players out along the way. And not like, oh, this one's a number 1 and you play it and it does it. But yeah, these are all lessons learned, and I probably wouldn't have, figured that out until I made this video and had time to think about it. So yeah, making content, it's a process, it's a journey. And if you're super conscious about, I don't want to make crappy content. Spoilers, you're gonna make crappy content. Everybody makes crappy content to start. That is the nature of the beast. Uh-oh. Am I ready? Yeah. And you keep making stuff. I think that the big thing is, and I think a lot of streamers fall into this trap too with their streams, is that you can't just keep making stuff, right? You're not just gonna get better because you kept doing a thing. You have to actually like review what you did and assess, like, these are the parts that I thought I did well, here's the parts that I thought didn't work out so well, and then you have to make an active effort to make the next one better. And if you don't do that part, then you won't get better. But it's hard. That's one of the hardest things to do as a content creator, is to be able to, review your own work and be able to have the self-awareness to say to yourself, like, this, I don't know if I would go as far as saying this sucks, but to say, like, this just isn't going to appeal to enough people. Or like it's not going to reach the goals that I have in mind. And being able to say, okay, if this doesn't work, then how do I adjust? All right. So that's on the list. I keep telling myself, like, at some point I'm gonna go back to making YouTube videos, and I've made baby steps. The Pokemon totally torpedoed me this time. I know I'm making excuses, but I got really caught up in the buying of cards, and I wrote a ton of blog posts about Pokemon. So it wasn't like I didn't make any content at all. It's just it all went towards talking about cards and collectibles and things like that. So yeah, streaming schedule this week. I have to figure that out today. Odds are this will be a 3-stream week, and Wednesday's gonna be Mario Golf. Tuesday might be more Pokemon TCG, still TBD. And then Sunday, I don't know. I think, yeah, we did Knockout City. It's been a little bit since we played Rogue Company, but Overwatch now has crossplay. I wonder if we could switch to Decaf on the stream and play some crossplay Overwatch. Try how I know I'm like weeks behind at this point. There's like an event going on right now where it's ending now. You know, maybe it'd be an opportunity to stream that. TBD. But if we are doing Overwatch, then yeah, I'll absolutely invite Switch Decaf and Player 2 Start and MacGyverism's Cowface Jenna if you wanted to. Get the whole squad up in here. That'd be fun. I'm still looking forward to Overwatch 2. I'm curious to see if 5v5 works, but yeah, till then, keep enjoying the game that we got now. What else is Jenna going for it? No. Snorlax pieces out. I'm still hoping, man. I'm pulling these cards. I think one of the things I have learned about Pokemon card collecting, like it's such a trap. I think the process of trying to I think the collection side of it is way rougher than the gameplay side. If you are buying cards with the intention of playing the game, you can it's still expensive, but Yin, you did it! Look at you, you're on a hot streak. Another one. Let me know what you want to name your second one, but congrats. Couldn't have happened to a better person. I know it's not your first at this point, but there you go. Reparations. Didn't even have to hit the family, but I mean, no, of course there's no family button. This is rigged. No, it's not. Oh, Yin. See, so if you don't get it, you call it rigged. If you get it, you call it rigged. What? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Our third cousin. Yeah, everybody's family. No. So yeah, and let me know. We'll add that. It's been a little bit since I added new stuff. Well, the last thing we added was added Cat Jam to the stream. I'll have to add some more stuff soon. I've been... Oh, Meg going for it. Not this time. We have had the back-to-back-to-back shiny. Again, that was like a 1 in 125,000 chance of it happening, but it did. You need a third one so you can name it Pokeflute. You could just name this one Pokeflute is rigged. There's no rules on it being only one word. But yeah, Pokemon cards. Like, I think it is at its most dangerous if you're coming at it from a collector standpoint. And unfortunately, I think the vast majority of people buying Pokemon cards are buying it from a collector's perspective. Because if you're playing, I'm realizing now that as I'm playing the game and I have a better understanding of what it takes to play the game, right? Definitely an initial buy-in, and you'll probably want, a couple pre-made decks. But at a certain point, it's like you don't need all the cards to enjoy the game. Just give in, no. Oh, Yin, did you see the cards I had earlier? Because we got some bangers. We got the big one. You did not. All right, let me run through these one more time for you. Speed round. from Shining Fates, we got Shiny Galarian Zigzagoon Hollow. From Champion's Path, we've got Amazing Rare Rayquaza. Like, these are all pulls from the last few days. These are nuts. We got Full Art VMAX Shadow Rider Calyrax. This is from, sorry that my ring light is eating these. This one's from Chilling Rain, one of the newest set. Again, from Shining Fates, we got VMAX Rillaboom. Okay, I love like the grain, the sparkles in this picture. Oh my goodness, and the rainbow. Beautiful. Secret Rare Alchemy VMAX, another one from Shining Fates. I love the texture on these cards. Oh, so much. From Champion's Path, Secret Rare Full Art Kabu. Rainbow Rare as well. And one last time, and then I will throw this in a safe, never to be seen again. The Shiny Charizard. Absolutely insane pulls these last few days. So yeah, that one's going to be in a safe under lock and key. I gotta keep that one fresh because we're buying the mansion someday off that card. Where are we at with this game? It's still going. It's like top 10. Air horns for Charizard? Absolute. Hold on. Let's do this properly. Right? Yes. And we had some pretty good pulls too from that Champions Pack box. We got 2V Lucarios. We got a Gardevoir. We got, oh no, I can't. I mean, I can just grab the deck box over there, but there was a couple really good ones there as well. But yeah, as a collector, it's so much more of a dangerous thing, because as a player, you're like, I just want the cards for my deck. And you, at that point, it's not about buying the packs anymore, because you don't need volume, you just need specific cards. And some of the cards are very expensive, and it's not unreasonable. Like here, for example, I've been watching videos, and a lot of videos suggest having as many of these cards as you can. 4 of these, right? This is like $25 for this card. So if you want to get 4 of these, $100. And you might stack your whole deck with cards that look like this, and that could be hundreds of dollars. But there's a limit to that, because you can only have 60 cards in a deck, and most of the time you're only making minor adjustments. If you're a collector and you're trying to buy every card in a set, like a Chilling Rain or a Battle Styles, and you're doing it by buying the booster packs, like the odds are weighted in such a way that you're spending thousands of dollars to try and get those packs. I was watching a video from Ando, Unlisted Leaf, who's one of the biggest creators of, you know, Pokemon card opening content, and he didn't have this card for the longest time. I watched a video where he opened 100 Elite Trainer boxes in that video, did not get one of these, right? 100 Elite Trainer boxes, they're like $60 Canadian a piece, and he had 100 of thousands of dollars, and he didn't get one of these cards. Imagine if that is your drive, like the driving force inside you to buy these cards, and you're like, I'm not happy until I get this card, and I'm willing to buy $10,000 worth of boxes in hopes of drawing this one. Nope, Steph and I were incredibly lucky to pull this on the one and only pack. But if I hadn't got it, I would have just stopped, because that's not trying to get the card or a specific card or complete a specific collection isn't important to me. It's more about like, what cards do I have? Do I have enough cards to play with? You know, and whatever collector stuff I get along the way, cool. But it becomes so expensive when you're like, I need this card to have this card to complete a collection or to have the sought after thing. And I can barely keep up. I can't keep up. I have to stop on the cards now. And GG's BT dubs. I don't know if there's anybody else here. Right? I think I've hit a what I think is a breaking point here. Your clip, you saying time to stop and send it to you every time you're about to buy something. 55th JF Raptor. Ah, GG's. I know. Steph specifically said you are cut off till Canada Day, and then I bought a pack of cards almost every day leading up to Canada Day. It was terrible. It was terrible. I think what makes it easier going forward now is that I know what I want. Right? I want cards that I can play. I want cards that are modern cards because they come with the online code so I can get online cards. And I want the newer stuff so that I can use those cards in standard play, which is like the most tournament competitive level. But it's the smallest set of cards and it only works with the newest cards. So pretty much anything before Sword and Shield, I don't really need it. It'd be cool if I can get them on a deal like that Costco thing with Sun and Moon. Like all these tins had Sun and Moon cards, but those are older cards. They still have, I can still use them in expanded play, not as high priority. So like all of that section of cards, I don't need, not priority. The idea of chasing cards, like there's two cards that I want. One of them is the Rainbow Pikachu. I guess we can pull that up on stream. And it's not like my life isn't over if I don't get this Rainbow Pikachu. I like it. I really want it a lot. I'm only gonna go so far to try. Let me pull Rainbow Pikachu. Chonky Pikachu, yes. Open copy image address. So let me pull up these pictures because from a collector's perspective, there's only two cards I'm looking at, and it's not the end of the world if I get neither of these. Open link and copy image. And yes, you guys can hold this against me if I go down the rabbit hole. And now I'm like, oh, I need to collect these for the sake of collecting. Because no, that's not what I'm in it for right now. So right now, my primary focus is just have cards to play. And I'm nearing a point with our set where we can start to build decks, custom decks with whatever we've got, like whatever energy type. But as far as like cards that I actually would like to have for the sake of having them, this is one of them. VMAX Pikachu Rainbow Rare. This is a secret rare as well. I love the art with the chunky Pikachu. Ah, so cute. And then the other, but I'm only willing to go so far, right? I was at 401 Games. They were selling the Elite Trainer boxes for Vivid Voltage for $110 when they're regular $50. No, I'm not paying extra for a box. I'm also not gonna buy the booster box for this. I think going through the process of having bought one for Chilling Reign, I don't think I need to do that. I honestly don't think I needed to do that. And then this one, of course, the shiny Snorlax. This would be really nice to get someday. I did buy a booster box in hopes that I get it. If I don't, I still have a lot of cards I can play with. But at a certain point, I'm gonna have enough cards to play with, and it would be just chasing this card. And realistically, like, it would be better for me to just buy this card separate than it would be to keep buying boxes in hopes of pulling it. At 401 Games, this card sells for like $120, and that's a lot. That's a lot, and I don't even know if I'm comfortable with that, even though, you know, the significance of shiny Snorlax with me and this channel. If I don't get it, I don't get it. And I think that buying a booster box is more than enough effort, considering the odds of these are terrible. Is Steph is not here. Okay. Steph doesn't want to know the odds. Right? There are multiple gold cards like this in the Chilling Reign set. Buy the card The World is Burning. I might. And I know it's a lot, And I could do it, and then I'm done. And I'm probably not gonna to care as much. But the odds of pulling a gold card, not even the shiny Snorlax card, the odds of pulling the gold card, according to the numbers on Reddit from the person who crunches these, it's about 1 in 100 packs, right? That big booster box has 36 packs. I would have to buy 3 of those for a shot at for like have reasonable odds of getting 1 gold card, which probably still isn't Snorlax. Am I really willing to, am I about that life to buy like thousands of dollars in hopes of getting? No, I'd rather just spend the 120 and get the card and be done with it. Yin, stop it. Stop it. No. I think after we finish this Chilling Reign set, I will think about what it would like if there was a reason, a price I was willing to pay just for this one card, then I would do it, and that would be it. And I don't think there's anything else in the TGC space that I'm like I would pay that premium for. Like this Pikachu, for example, goes for anywhere between $300 to $900. Like, I'm not spending that. I'm just not. I love Chunky Pikachu. I don't $1,000 love Chunky Pikachu. You know, this one at like $100, probably, maybe. I don't know. I'd think about it, but yeah, once we're in this territory of like hundreds of dollars, nah, I'm out. And there's nothing else that I'm like that invested in, because I don't have the same level of attachment to other Pokemon, or you know, I don't necessarily care for like a Gen 1 Charizard, for example. Like, everybody wants the Gen 1 Charizard, but like, I wasn't watching Pokemon back then. I wasn't playing the card game back then. I have no emotional investment in that card or what it means, other than, you know, it's a Charizard and it's worth a lot of money. I mean, for a lot of people that's more than enough, but not for me to spend tens of thousands of dollars on it. And even if someone was like, yo, Jet, would you trade your Charizard? Your coworker spent $450 on Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur. Not sure if it was each or in total. Woo! If it's the Gen 1s, yeah, that might be a steal. That could go for more. If we're talking Gen 1s, PSA graded, you could get more for that. And like, here, like if someone were to say, Jet, I'll trade you the Snorlax for the Charizard, I don't know if I'd do it. Whips open trench coat. You kids want to buy some Absolutely. At some point, Meg, I will show up. If we meet IRL someday, I'll show up with the trench coat cards. But yeah, I think as a player, and based on what I am looking to get out of this game, I think that I have explored enough. And I've been crunching some numbers. I shared some of these with Meg about like, how much money do you have to, like, how many packs do you have to buy to cover X amount of a play set, like a set of Pokemon cards? And with the way that rarities are split and stuff, like Battle Styles, for example, that is a set of 183 cards. And Element, please do. And I've gotten about 19 packs worth of cards in that. And if I'm not including the secret rare stuff, which are just like alternate arts for the same cards, I've already got like 68% of the set. And, you know, squeezing out the last 30 is going to be a mess, because then I'm just getting, I've already started getting a bunch of duplicates for cards. You know, in Chilling Reign with that booster box, I have like 7 Ghastlies. I don't need 7. And I'm going to get like a dozen more Ghastlies before I get one more of the rare I'm actually looking for. So I think it's just a bad value proposition at a certain point if you're... You know, if you're trying to build a playable set or you're trying to collect every single card, I think at a certain point it's not worth it to buy that many boxes. It's better to just like buy the singles and finish your set that way. Like for Battle Styles, if I wanted to fit like a functional set completion, I could go to 401 Games, buy the missing cards that aren't the alternate arts, secret rares, and so on for $100. That's it. But if I wanted the 20 secret rare cards, that's gonna cost $1,100. No, thank you. Bum bum bum. So yeah, don't be like me. You don't have to spend as much as I ended up doing. Go at your own pace. Enjoy it with the stuff you have. You can play for free even. You finish 55th again. Damn. GG's. One of these days. Also, my back is starting to spaz real weird. Oh no. Oh no, this is like actually a problem. Uh-oh. Oh, this hurts. Uh-oh. I may need to pull the plug on this stream. My back like legit hurts right now. Oh no. Why is this happening? Oh no, okay. No, I gotta bail out. One sec. Ugh. I'm sorry. We got the back massager thing. Hold on. Ah. Where is the spot? Like it's spazzing out real hard. Lord, hope you're okay. I mean, I'll be okay. It's just like muscle cramping right now in my back. Ugh. I've been dealing with it. Like there's something pinched on this side, which is like actually making it weird for me to walk on the, like it's cutting circulation to this half of my body. I mean, right now it's just spazzing real bad. What do you guys got going on for the rest of today? There it is. Right here. Where's that spot? Like right there on my back. Damn, having to end the stream due to injury? Who would have thought? Who would have thought? I don't know how much of that vibration you're hearing. Probably a lot. Hey, have anything fun? Going out somewhere? Enjoying the weather? Injury playing Tetris. I know, right? I'm getting old, man. Oof. No Tetris Maximus today? I don't think so. I don't think I can keep playing like this. I think I gotta need this out. Well, that is I did not foresee this ending of the stream, but I I'm gonna have to pull the plug. I am not physically able to complete anymore. Oh Lord. All right. Yeah, that will do it today. Thank you everybody for hanging out. Let's run through the chat. Jenna the Fool, JF Raptor, Megan Plays Games, Yin, Player 2 Star, Manu. There's some other people in here as well. MacGyverisms, Meg, Weird August, and if I missed your name, thank you for dropping by. We'll be back. I gotta figure out the schedule. I'm thinking I want to do some more Pokemon TCG on Tuesday. I think I want to play some more of that on Tuesday. And then Wednesday we'll do golf. In light of recent events, maybe we don't do motion control golf. And then Sunday we'll see. Maybe it's Overwatch. Maybe it's something else. We're gonna go and raid. Let's go raid some Gaming Omnivore. Yeah, he's on right now playing some Fallout 4. So yeah, let's set this up. I'll see you guys on the other side of this raid. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'll see you. You didn't even get the KO. You got the KO on me in real life. Take care, guys. I'll see you on the other side of the raid. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we're out.